All right, guys, we are live. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully, everyone is having an awesome Monday evening. I am your host, Gage Madrid. This is the Denver Broncos Syndicate live stream for Week 10 Monday Night Football. Your Denver Broncos at 3-5 versus the 5-4 Buffalo Bills. All right, guys, before we jump in officially, if you could just do me a big favor and leave a like on the stream, I would really appreciate it. It's a free and easy way to show your support for the channel, as well as subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. They both help tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Also, guys, we've got a poll in the upper right-hand corner here. Let me know who you think is going to win this game. Looks like we've got 3 votes in the poll so far. 67% of you guys are on the Denver Broncos tonight. This would be an absolutely huge win for Denver. It would change the trajectory of the season for the Denver Broncos. It would really put us in position to make a potential playoff run. We talked about that in the pregame stream. This game, the Broncos would still have an avenue to make the playoffs if they were to lose this game, but winning this game is the easiest avenue for the Denver Broncos to turn their season around completely and go on a playoff run. We've got Wild D in the house saying, let's go, good to see you. We got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call tonight. Let me know, guys. I'm curious. Do you want to hear Joe Buck and Troy Aikman tonight, or do you guys want to hear the Manning cast? I'm totally cool with either or. I know some might want to hear the Manning cast. I'm personally not the hugest fan of the guests. I usually actually go back and forth. Like, whenever it's just Payton and Eli, and sometimes if it's a good guest, then I'll watch the Manning cast, and then otherwise, I'll flip it back to Joe and Troy if they're interviewing some crappy celebrity that doesn't know football, just to be bluntly honest there. I don't want to listen to, I don't know, some weird celebrity that's just some actor that doesn't know football at all. I don't want to listen to that crap. But, I mean, I saw that Patrick Mahomes is going to be one of the guests tonight on the Manning cast, Lindsey Vaughn and Kyle Brandt, who is a very known Broncos hater. So I think we'll probably stick with Joe and Troy. I wish I had the Manning cast, Antelope says. Well, we can listen to the Manning cast if that's what people want to do. I'm totally open to doing that. That's totally fine by me. We got Lisa Salters on the sideline here reporting. Kickoff is in just a few minutes here, guys. Looks like 75% of you guys are on the Denver Broncos. Fight for Freedom says some of the Manning cast celebrities can be very boring. I agree. Like, that's why I always have to flip back and forth, because there are some celebrities you just cannot get through. You really cannot. Maybe the Broncos win if they're run heavy. And then obviously you retracted them, but I got that first part of it. I absolutely agree. If the Broncos go run heavy tonight, they win. We talked about that quite a bit in the pregame stream, Merlot. I feel like if the Broncos can establish the ground game, there's Von Miller. Oh, this is going to be an emotional game, man. Von Miller, the man responsible for my greatest football memory of my life, Super Bowl 50. This one is definitely going to be emotional for me. But yeah, just as we were talking about earlier, if the Broncos can go on some long sustained drives, keep the ball out of the hands of Josh Allen, then play action, absolutely. That'll establish the play action game. I'm curious to see if this is going to be the game that they maybe let Marvin Mims out of the doghouse, get a couple of deep shots to him on maybe a post route or something along those lines, because Marvin Mims, he's still been a very big impact player as a return man, but in the past few weeks, he's been almost written out of the offensive game plan. Sean Payton's kind of alluded to, it's been some rookie struggles. I've seen him line up in the wrong spot a few times on tape. I've seen him kind of not know what his assignment is, just various things like that he's going to have to overcome in order to see the field on a more consistent basis on offense. So this is going to be interesting to see if Marvin Mims is unleashed a little bit, kind of like Merlot's alluding to here. If that's the case, then the Broncos will be able to have an electric offensive attack, but it all starts with just the sheer volume and threat of the ground game. Get Jaleel the ball as early and often as you can. Get Javonte Williams the ball as early and often as you can. The sheer volume of carries is what I'm looking for. Javonte Williams last week or 2 weeks ago against the Kansas City Chiefs didn't even average 4 yards per carry, but he got the ball 27 times, and it wore the Chiefs defense down ultimately. So that's what I'm hoping we can do against this shorthanded Buffalo Bills defense. They are down several starters. Obviously, Matt Milano, Tre'Davious White are out for the season. Micah Hyde is out tonight. Christian Benford, one of their starting corners, is out. They did have Terrell Bernard, their linebacker, their green dot linebacker who calls plays on defense. He cleared concussion protocol, so he will play tonight. That helps out the Bills defense, but they're still very, very shorthanded. That bodes well for this Denver Broncos offense. Whoever wins this game is because of the turnover battle. That's a great transition into how I want the Denver Broncos defense to play Josh Allen and the Bills offense. I want our defense to basically play too high, double bracket coverage, bracket Stephon Diggs with Pat Surtain and Justin Simmons, and then bracket Dalton Kincaid, who's kind of turned into their number 2 option with Josie Jewell or Drew Sanders, and then PJ Locke, and then man coverage underneath on everybody else. Force Josh Allen to basically have to pick and choose other options aside from Stephon Diggs and Dalton Kincaid, or make him force the ball to Stephon Diggs, and that could ultimately lead to turnovers for us. So that's what I'm potentially looking for. I need that same passion and energy as last week. No one is giving a chance. Let's prove them wrong. 100%, man. 100%. I am absolutely looking forward to this, hoping that we can get a dub that'll just completely set our season in the right direction. There's still an avenue for the Broncos to make the playoffs if they don't win this game. We'll probably make a video tonight about that if that is indeed the outcome. I hope if that's not the case. But there is still an avenue that the Broncos can make the playoffs. They'll just need a little bit of help. But again, if we get this win in motion and we can start going on a bit of a streak, then dude, that we could seriously do it. It's not out of the realm of legitimate possibilities. All right, guys, looks like we had 9 votes in the poll so far. 78% of you guys are on the Denver Broncos to pick up a dub. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff here. Make sure my phone doesn't go off during the stream. That would definitely suck. So I want the Denver Broncos defensively to almost dare the Buffalo Bills to run the football. The Bills have had this weird relationship with running the ball where they can do it. James Cook has been a dynamic playmaker for them when they've utilized him. They just haven't utilized him. They haven't run the ball, and they've forced Josh Allen to sort of play hero ball. I'm hoping that theme continues tonight, but knowing the Bills, they're probably going to make some corrections because that crap really got exposed in their matchup last Sunday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. So if the Bills continue down this rabbit hole of not running the football, then Josh Allen will be forced to play hero ball once again, and that can lead to turnovers. But I want Denver to basically dare Buffalo to run the ball and see if they actually commit to it. And if they don't, then that's advantage Denver right off the bat. Defense is key tonight, says John Dobbs. Welcome in. I feel good about tonight. Yep, I'm really excited, man. They're showing Niagara Falls right now. All right, let's make sure that the game audio is all good here, guys. Let me know if everybody can hear the game audio. Broncos fan says, I have a gut feeling that we make this game close. We don't win if Allen has all day to throw. That's another key. We've got to generate pressure. Nick Bonito is going to have a big day. Baron Browning especially is going to have a big day. Zach Allen in the interior. Jonathan Cooper as well. Okay, we can mute that. Here's doing some pregame Veterans Day honorings and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, again, if the Broncos can generate pressure and make Josh Allen uncomfortable, and the key for me is it's got to be pressure with a 4-man rush. That way we can drop as many guys as possible back into coverage. So we did a good job of that actually against Kansas City. There will be some very similar elements of our game plan defensively against Kansas City, but I don't think it can be exactly the same defensive game plan, squarely because the Bills actually have weapons on the outside, or more consistent weapons, I should say, on the outside than Kansas City that can beat us. They're not so tight end dependent. The Bills aren't, as Kansas City is, obviously, with Travis Kelce. So Kansas City, it was basically two bracket coverage or one bracket coverage with Travis Kelce. In this one, it's going to be two bracket coverage. Sorry, I was trying to adjust my camera there. Got a little sidetracked, but that's basically the defensive game plan, I feel like, for the Denver Broncos in this one. Some similar elements there to the Kansas City game, but just like Broncos fan is alluding to there, we cannot allow Josh Allen to have all day in the pocket like we have in games such as the Dolphins game with Tua Tagovailoa, the Commanders game with Sam Howell. You can also argue certain portions of the Chicago game, but Jordan Love, we were able to make uncomfortable in the Green Bay game. Same with Patrick Mahomes in that second Kansas City game. So we've seen flashes of that. Here's hoping we can get those same results tonight. Antelope says, got the Manning cast up right on. Awesome. All right, they just finished the national anthem. Looks like we're going to dip into one more commercial break here. Damn it. Spilled a little Mountain Dew on my shirt. All right, guys, be sure to give me your score predictions for this game in the chat. Also, let me know, guys, if you guys are what you guys are rocking for game meal tonight. I already had some pizza pregame, but let me know what you guys are rocking for your game day food. Always curious to know. But again, guys, let's go down the scenario I don't think a lot of people want to go down if we were to lose this game. If we lose this game, then we can only afford to lose 2 games down the stretch. And that, or really 1 game down the stretch, we could not afford to lose the Houston game. If we win tonight, then we can afford to lose to Houston. But if we lose tonight, then that Houston game is going to become critical. We can afford to lose to Detroit. That's about it. Otherwise, we're going to have to win out on the rest of our games in order to have a realistic shot at the playoffs. Welcome in, D-Rock. Says 24-23 Denver. I think that's actually a pretty realistic score. Last check, the over-under was 47.5 points. And the betting line actually shifted a little bit pre-game. I know that it was 8 points when I checked it earlier. Now it's 7.5 points in favor of Buffalo. So the lines are kind of shifting a little bit in favor of Denver. Maybe Vegas is smelling upset potential here. I know that there's a lot of avenues for us to win. D-Rock says salmon croquettes with Hawaiian sweet rolls and garlic fries. Nice. DS 86-42 Denver. God, imagine. I'd love it if we could one of these days hang 70 on an opponent. That'd be some sweet vintage. And there you go. Antelope says 70-20 Denver. God, man. Imagine if we came out and blew the Buffalo Bills out tonight on their home turf. That would really showcase to the world that the Denver Broncos have arrived. If our defense continues to show up, then it should come down to Russ protecting the ball. And he's done a pretty decent job of that over the last couple of weeks. He did have that turnover at the end of the first half in the Kansas City game. He's going to probably have one of those kind of turnovers tonight, but I think we can live with one. If we have more than one of those kind of turnovers, that could be a problem. Merlo says we must stop Gabe Davis also, and that's going to be a key because Gabe Davis is one of those guys that we're going to probably put a little less attention on because the main 2 weapons for the Bills the last few weeks has been Stephon Diggs, of course, and then Dalton Kincaid. We might have to single cover Gabe Davis at various points throughout the game, and if we do that, it's going to be all about winning those one-on-one matchups. Jaquan McMillan, I think, is going to have to really step up to the plate today in one-on-one situations against Gabe Davis. Same goes for Fabian Moreau. I can feel it coming in the air tonight, DS says. All right, guys, let's get ready to rock and roll here. Once the music is over, let me know if you guys think the audio is good once I turn it on here. I'm just waiting for the copyrighted stuff to pass through. God, this anthem is long. All right, let's roll. Let me know how you guys think the audio is. If I need to turn it up, turn it down. It's perfect. Bills won the toss. I believe that's the first time all season that Denver has lost a coin toss. They've deferred. Oh, they won it and they elected to receive. So it's going to be Buffalo receiving the ball first here. Denver up first defensively. And here we go from Orchard Park, New York, guys. Josh Allen and the Bills offense taking the field. 72% completion percentage, 24 total touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Most in all categories. Tied for the most interceptions, but also the most touchdowns and passing yards. Or most completion percentage. I believe Sam Howell leads in passing yards. So they begin from the 25-yard line with 4 receivers set to the left side of the formation. And they swing it out to James Cook and get him involved right away. James Cook. Did the ball come out? Did the ball come out right away? It's Denver ball! James Cook fumbled, and it's Denver football. Jaquan McMillan, who we were just talking about, comes up with the ball. Holy crap, right away, Denver comes up with a game-changing turnover. Is it out? Is it out? Is it out? That ball is out. Jaquan McMillan just forced it out, and he recovers his own fumble. Let's go. A statement turnover right away from this Denver Broncos defense. Incredible effort by 29. This dude has just been lights out. I've been president of the Jaquan McMillan fan club ever since. Oh my God, ever since training camp. I'm so hyped, guys. Russell Wilson and this offense have great field position. They come out, looks like with the 2 tight ends set, Manhurts and Adam Troutman. Let's go, guys. Woo! Oh, I am so hyped. We got 5 turnovers in our last game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and right there, we get a massive, massive turnover. All right, Russell Wilson begins from the 28-yard line with a handoff to Javonte Williams, and Williams pushing the pile, surging, and he gets 3 yards. I'm also president of the Jaleel McLaughlin fan club, Antelope. Both of them were my guys in training camp. Jaleel on offense, Jaquan on defense. Let's go, baby. 2nd and 7 following a 3-yard run up the gut there. A little inside zone for Javonte Williams. Russell's under center now. Doing a little dummy cadence. Check the defense. Snap the ball. Little outside handoff there. Williams bounces forward for maybe a yard, and it's going to be a 3rd down and about 6 yards here. Sean McDermott sending in the call there for the Bills defense. Von Miller, is he on the field? Von Miller is not on the field on this first 3rd down and 7. And guess who flinches? Mike McGlinchey. And those are the mistakes we cannot have on offense, man. Bill Vinovich, the referee tonight, and Mike McGlinchey with a killer false start. That's going to back us up to 3rd down and 11. He's been a big liability for us on the offensive line, and it continues now. Frustrating, man. Now we're at a 3rd and 12 situation. And it is getting loud there. Bills Mafia, one of the best fan bases in the NFL. getting absolutely raucous. From the 30, it's 3rd and 12. Trips left. Russell Wilson, they're just going to run a draw with Samaje Perine. Perine will take it to the 23. 4th down and 4 to 5. Let's see if Sean wants to go for this. They ran the ball. I think they wanted to run that to set up a 4th and manageable to go for it. No, they're gonna go field goal. I don't know if I like this. I'd maybe smell a fake here. I don't know if I like this decision. If this is just a field goal, man, you got that key turnover there. Points are going to be at a premium, or not. I mean, you got to get points. You've got to get 7 points, not 3. Sorry, I can't freaking talk. They do kick it. It's Will Lutz from 40, and he bangs it through. Broncos on the board first, 3-0. They turn the turnover into points. That 3rd down play call definitely tells me that the Denver Broncos are very suspect, if you will, of Russell Wilson throwing the ball in that situation. I mean, it led to 3 points, but I personally would have dropped back and thrown it in that situation. That's interesting. I mean, points early is definitely good. I will definitely take early points, but that's one of those examples where individuals who want to move on from Russell Wilson actually do have a very fair argument, because Sean Payton is calling his plays to sort of limit Russell Wilson and mask some of his deficiencies, and that was a clear situation there where he didn't want Russell Wilson to drop back and throw on 3rd down, and they run a draw with Samaje Perine, and then on 4th down, they elect not to go for it in a situation where I feel like a lot of teams would have gone for it. I understand that you want to get points in that situation, and that Mike and McGlinchey did kill that drive with that false start, but by the same token, man, you've got to give Russell Wilson a chance to make hay in that situation, at least in my opinion. But regardless, we are on the board first, capitalizing on that massive turnover, and we get the ball coming out of halftime. So in essence, that's almost like going downfield and scoring first. So I will absolutely take that. I'm totally good with that. I just really wish they would have given Russell Wilson a chance to showcase what he can do in that situation. Draft a tackle out of Penn State if we're in that position. Maybe for sure. I just financially we're kind of committed right now to Mike McGlinchey, and Garrett Bowles is actually playing really good football. The entire offensive line has played pretty decent overall. Mike McGlinchey has not been great. He hasn't been quite as bad as I think fans in the media have portrayed him to be. He's been bad, but it's not been like an all-around disaster. We're stuck with Mike McGlinchey for better or for worse for the next couple of years. And then Garrett Bowles has played really well, so I don't necessarily know if tackle is the biggest priority, believe it or not, for the Denver Broncos, for better or for worse. They should have ran it on 1st down. Agreed. 1st down for me is almost always a rundown. I mean, you don't want to overshow tendencies there, but for me, if you want to establish that 1st down run game and get yourself in 2nd down and manageable. Yep, and we get the ball back at halftime. That is huge. I just really do wish this would have been 7 points. All right, here we go. Will Lutz to kick it off. Antelope says we need D-line mainly. Agreed. I would definitely agree with that. There's Ken Dorsey, Bills offensive coordinator, former quarterback at the University of Miami back in the day. Big turnover there with Jaquan McMillan, obviously stripping the ball out of James Cook's hands and recovering his own fumble. 1st and 10 now for the Bills from the 25-yard line. Twins to the left side of the formation. Josh Allen dropping back. Looks like they're trying to step a screen. He gets pressured. Fires long inside. Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Josie! Or no, it's Alex Singleton! Alex Singleton picked it off on the sideline! Alex Singleton on the sideline. Are they going to say it's incomplete? Well, there was a holding penalty, and Alex did not get his feet down. But Buffalo does get a holding penalty. Unfortunately, Alex Singleton did not get his feet down. Damn. But you can see that the right guard, Osiris Torrance, is clearly holding Zach Allen on that play. Dude, that would have been huge. All right. 1st and 20 now for Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen floats it deep and incomplete. Him and Gabe Davis not on the same page. So, thus far, man, Buffalo is struggling offensively. They've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, and Denver has come to play. Really wish that Alex Singleton could have gotten that second foot down. It would have been the second consecutive turnover. But now we got 2nd and long, the situation that we absolutely would like to have the Bills in. Man in motion is Stephon Diggs to the left side. Swing it out quickly into the flat. It's Dalton Kincaid. Surges forward for maybe 5 yards there. Tackle made by Jonathan Cooper. And it's 3rd down. There's Vance Joseph, whose defense has performed a lot better in recent weeks. We got Alex Smith in the house. Good to see you, Alex. 3rd and long, 3rd and 16. Exactly the situation we want the Bills in. Josh Allen fires over the middle. He's got a completion. Finding a little void in the zone coverage there. Damari Mathis, who was in the lineup on that one. They ran a little sit route against him, and that's an easy pitch and catch there. Josh Allen to Gabe Davis for the 1st down. Oh, that sucks, Gabe. No ESPN. Oh, you give soft coverage there. Damari Mathis on Gabe Davis. Yeah, Mathis seeing the field is not an ideal situation. And now they run it up the gut. Latavius Murray, who was with the Broncos last season. He's been in the NFL for a long time. Little draw for Latavius there. And he gets, looked like about 8 yards. Yeah, 8 yards, 2nd and 2. 11 minutes left to play in the 1st quarter. Josh Allen under center. Gabe Davis shifts here. 2nd and 2. They do run it again. It's Latavius bouncing off of traffic. Latavius Murray gashing his former team inside the 35 to about the 34. 1st down and 10, forced out of bounds. And Buffalo is indeed trying to establish their ground game. This is something we talked about pregame. Yeah, Murray was let go this offseason. They let him hit free agency, and he signed with the Bills. I believe he's the longest tenured running back in the NFL. 1st down and 10 now. Stephon Diggs goes in motion to the right side. Josh Allen, a little option toss here. And this is number 26. Is that Duke Johnson? Well, he gets a couple there on that toss. 26. I think that might be Duke Johnson. 2nd down and 8. Yeah, 3rd and 16, man. They saw Damari Mathis on the field and they picked on him. They knew that was the mismatch right away. Gabe Davis on Damari Mathis. Soft zone coverage, just too freaking easy, man. 2nd and 8. Diggs in motion to the right side. Play action, and they blow the play dead. False start on the Bills. It was a dime package, Broncos fan, multiple DB package. And that false start was on Spencer Brown, the right tackle. Yeah, Damari's only seeing the field in those situations, and even then, I don't want him seeing the field. That's just not great. Bronco fan says, I would have released him a long time ago. Yeah, I agree. He's been a liability every time he touches or he sees the field. 2nd and 13 now. Little bunch formation to the right side. Josh Allen making a check at the line. And Denver bringing a 5-man rush. Josie Jewell with the blitz here. They flatten it out to Dalton Kincaid. And he is spun out of bounds by Fabian Moreau, bringing up a 3rd down and shortish here for the Buffalo Bills. Just under 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 here for Buffalo. Yes, McMillan definitely did. Well, McMillan's playing nickel right now. Damari was outside of the boundary. 3rd and 4 now from the Denver 28. Josh Allen stepping up, firing, and it's off the hands, and it's picked off. Is it picked? Justin Simmons? It is picked! Justin Simmons! Let's go! 2 turnovers. So Alex Singleton almost intercepted it earlier on this drive. Couldn't get 2 feet in bounds. Now Justin Simmons with the pick on Josh Allen. And 2 turnovers already for this Bills offense. Off the hands of Gabe Davis and into the hands of Justin Simmons. And that's a clean pick, baby. Let's go. That's a drop right there from Davis. Thus far, the defensive game plan is working well for Denver. Force Josh Allen to go to guys aside from Stephon Diggs. Dalton Kincaid's gotten some action, but Gabe Davis, man, they've gone to him a couple of times, and it has not worked out in their favor. Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Oh my God, let's go! Here, I'll do a little Mountain Dew. Why not? The invisible Mountain Dew. Dude, let's go, man. Oh, I'm so pumped. 2 turnovers. They make up for the missed opportunity earlier on the drive. Let's go. We've got to score, man. We've got to score a touchdown here. If we can go up by 2 scores on the Bills to start off, absolutely huge, man. Absolutely huge. Oh my God, Denver taking advantage of those early opportunities. Antelope says pound the rock 100%. D-Rock says how high? Mile high, baby. Be sure to leave a like for the turnover for Justin Simmons and for Jaquan McMillan. Both of them already making the case for game MVP. Merlot says now we need to establish the run and then the play action. David Yukin says we need touchdowns, not field goals. You're cheering a bit too hard for a guy who wanted to break up the team and wave the white flag. Okay, listen. I was for that because I saw no scenario in hell where the Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The way the Broncos have played have changed my opinion of this team the past couple of weeks. So that's a credit to them. A couple weeks ago, the way they were playing, absolutely I was ready to blow it up. But now they've changed my opinion on them. They can actually make a run at this thing if they continue to play like this. The question becomes, will we continue to play like this? I hope we can, man, because this is awesome. This is the incarnation of the Denver Broncos we thought we were going to get at the beginning of the year. 7 forced turnovers in 2 weeks is massive. Massive, massive, massive. All right, 1st and 10. Gabe Davis with just a horrible drop on that play. I mean, just really bad. Russell Wilson now under center from their own 12-yard line. And boot action here. He floats that one. Whoa, what a catch. That one was a little bit behind little Jordan Humphrey, but he hauled that one in. Great job by little Jordan right there, and he picks up a 1st down, gain of about 12. Josh Allen. I mean, at the end of the day, it's in traffic, but that's a ball that Gabe Davis has to catch. And Justin Simmons, Johnny on the spot right behind it to pick it off, man. The offense can get going, we'll be fine, says David. Well, that was a good start there on the 1st down play, a little Jordan Humphrey. And now they get Jaleel McLaughlin involved, and he stumbles out the gate for a gain of 1. Jaleel had a little hole there. It just stumbled right out the gate. That sucks. 7.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter from the 27-yard line. Russell Wilson is under center. They shift Marvin Mims to the right side. He is now currently on the field, obviously. Russell Wilson making a check at the line. Handoff here goes to... Is that Javonte Williams? Yes, it was. And he has a nice little pickup there. Looks like about 5 yards. And it's 3rd and manageable here for Denver. 3rd and 4. And they're going to hurry it up to the line. The officials stopping it, allowing Buffalo to substitute. Russell gets up, points out the Mike linebacker. From the 32-yard line, 3rd and 4. Pressure. Wilson eludes it, flips it, and it's caught. Javonte Williams on a little wheel route, and Williams gets it to midfield. 1st down, Denver. Let's go! Good job by Russell Wilson getting out of the mud there. Saw a little lane to step up, and then last second just flips it off to a wide open Javonte, actually in the flat right there. And Javonte does the rest, gets it to midfield, and continues the drive for Denver. Let's go! Good start, man. 6 minutes in the first. Russell with a little dummy cadence at the line. Stacked formation with Humphrey and Judy. Now Judy goes in motion and... false start. That was Michael Burton. They were in an I formation on that one with Michael Burton, the fullback, and he flinched. So a couple of offensive penalties there for Denver. The last one from Mike McGlinchey, the false start, killed the drive. Let's see if Denver can overcome this one on a 1st down and 15. Russell Wilson, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year. A much, much, much better stat line than last season. From the 45, they're going to run a little end around with Marvin Mims. This is trouble. And he's caught from behind right there by Leonard Floyd. These end arounds with Marvin Mims have been a disaster for the Denver Broncos pretty much all year long. And right there, massive play in the backfield. David says 3-8 energy. Thank you so much. Oh, shit. Did the ball come out? Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, 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 dear. They're saying Rasul Douglas has a touchdown. Did the ball come out? Okay, no, the runner was down by contact. We're good. No touchdown. Yeah, he's very clearly down. The elbow is down. The ball got punched out there, but after Mims' elbow was clearly down, no score there for the Bills. Okay, we're good. We are good. Disaster averted right there for Denver. But still, it's going to be long yardage situation here. Yeah, he's down. 2nd and 18, not ideal at all. Great play there made by Leonard Floyd. Sean Payton signaling in the play call to Russ's helmet. This is why he's in the doghouse, 100%, Broncos fan. That is exactly why he is in the doghouse. 2nd and 18 now. From the 42-yard line. Little shift right there. I believe that's Lucas Kroll, the tight end. Wilson stepping up, and Wilson will get back to the line of scrimmage and goes down Terrell Bernard. Russ had some pressure, tried to avert it, and ultimately was able to just get it back to the line of scrimmage. Ed Oliver up the middle just absolutely destroys Ben Powers on that one. Russell had to get the hell out of Dodge. All right, 3rd and 18. I just go conservative here. Nothing crazy. Wilson on 3rd and 18 is alone in the backfield. He tries to throw it down and just ultimately checks it, and it's incomplete. Trying to throw it to Lucas Kroll, the tight end elevated off of the practice squad. And it's incomplete, 4th and 18. Denver cannot capitalize on their second turnover. They'll punt it away. And ultimately, the false start does indeed kill the drive there for Denver. Just 2 consecutive bad offensive penalties that resulted in negative situations. We got 3 points out of the first one, and this one we have to punt it away. Rolls into the end zone for a touchback, and the Bills offense will get it back for their second possession. Not a great situation there whatsoever for the Denver Broncos. Not great. That's right, Antelope. Again, man, you shoot yourselves in the foot with penalties, and then you're just not able to recover from them. That's still the hallmark of a bad team. And then, obviously, the end around to freaking Marvin Mims. We've seen these situations just completely shoot yourself in the foot on multiple situations. Where's the screens? Where's the running game? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's Sean just trying to out genius himself. That's kind of what it is. Shout out to my guy Benjamin Albright here, who just summed it up perfectly on Twitter. Seriously, if you want to get Marvin Mims the ball, throw him the ball on a deep play action shot. Don't freaking do that. These end arounds with Marvin Mims have not worked. Bad teams commit bad penalties. Yep, 100% Antelope. This team cannot get out of their own way sometimes, and unfortunately tonight seems like one of those nights. It's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating, because if this team can get out of their own way, they've got potential to actually be pretty damn good. They just can't get out of their own way. It's another example of the Denver Broncos beating the Denver Broncos. Man, it's frustrating, man, when these illegal procedure penalties, the false starts, just all this crap. Russell holding the ball again. I mean, yeah, I think the narrative of Russell holding the ball is a little overblown if you watch the All-22. I mean, a lot of it's just guys are not getting open, and if he throws it out of bounds, it's obviously intentional grounding, and he doesn't even have an outlet to get the ball to throw it at the feet of somebody. That's bad play design, honestly. So I think that the narrative that Russell is holding on to the ball is a little overblown. He does hold on to the ball sometimes, and he does drift away from clean pockets, but there are other times where guys just do not get open, and yeah, it's frustrating. And yeah, Gabe's like, I forgot how frustrating this team is to watch sometimes. Even in the game against Kansas City, there were those moments oh man. There were times in that game even where I wanted to pull my hair out. He's scared of tight windows. I can understand why, and that's also why I think the Broncos probably should move on from Russell Wilson if they have the opportunity to do so, which they do. All right, 1st and 10 now from the Bills from their own 20-yard line. Josh Allen with a little quick strike out to Stephon Diggs, working on Fabian Moreau. Out of bounds, making a move, and he's got a first down. Out to the 30-yard line, pick up 10. Actually, they're going to say it was 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Playing that soft zone coverage again. Sean needs to stop the gadget plays and start playing football. Agreed. Bills are playing football. A little short gain there. For the first down, it's Latavius Murray. When the defense is good, the offense is bad. Yep. 1st and 10 now. Jonathan Harris on the field defensively. Good things have not come when he's been on the field. And it's going to be a zone read here. Josh Allen runs right into a wall. Alex Singleton and Baron Browning making that play. Nowhere for Josh to go. He gains a yard. 2nd down. Use him on screens, not end arounds, 100%. 2nd down and 9. Empty backfield here for the Bills. Denver showing blitz. And they bring 3. Swing it out. Murray drops it. Murray probably made the right decision there by dropping it because he was going to get blasted by Jaquan McMillan. 3rd and 9. See if Denver can get off the field here. and make it the third drive that Buffalo can't get anything. And Damari Mathis once again on the field on third down. Allen looking downfield, fires, and he missed him. Incomplete, looking for Diggs on a sail route. Jaquan McMillan in coverage, and the Bills are not happy. Bills Mafia is pissed off. 2.5 minutes left to go in the first, and Josh Allen just missed the throw. I don't see Pat Surtain on the field. But regardless, that's just a bad throw there. It looked like Diggs had a step on Jaquan McMillan. What's going on with Pat Surtain? Is he okay? And fair caught there at the 21-yard line by Marvin Mims. Bills fans are booing. They're not pleased. Let's see what's going on with Surtain here. Is he all right? Because I didn't think I saw him on the field there on that third down play. I'm not seeing anything about him being injured. I got scared. I thought the Broncos fumble was a touchdown. Yeah, me too. Definitely, but thankfully it was pretty clear he was down. So first 3 defensive series there. Fumble, interception, and then a punt. It's about as good as you can ask for. Now offensively, we've got to cash in, and reward him with a touchdown. Being up by 2 scores against the Bills would be just huge. Pat Surtain telling the Manning cast the Broncos are going to be a tough team to beat down the stretch. He knows that, man. He knows that this Broncos team. So far, Broncos won the first quarter. I'd say so, especially on defense. Offensively, we just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot with bad play calling and penalties. Man, that was... Jaquan McMillan has played really well so far. But a couple throws Josh Allen has missed. Oh boy, looks like we got another arrested NFL player, Zay Jones of the Jags. Domestic battery. That was after, in the recent history, both Michael Thomas and Chris Olave have been arrested for the Saints. So several wide receivers recently have gotten themselves into trouble. Yeah, not pleased at all with the offensive production so far. We just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We got Yogi in the house saying, "Skull, everyone." Our 2 teams, obviously, going to be meeting up next week on Sunday Night Football. I'll be at that game. Super excited for that one. All right, let's see if this offense can stop shooting themselves in the foot. Next Monday night, Eagles at Chiefs. That's going to be a rematch, obviously, of the Super Bowl. A super fun matchup. I remember you talking about McMillan in training camp. Yeah, McMillan was making a big impact in training camp, and it's translating well. Meanwhile, a nice run there, gaining 9 yards for Pookie Williams. Let's go, Javonte. Nice little run, bouncing to the outside, fighting a little cutback lane. Love it, love it, love it. Should be a fun game. Agreed, Yogi, for sure. Broncos are looking good so far, says Layla. 100%. Especially on defense. 2nd and 1 now. Wilson is under center. Little Jordan Humphrey goes in motion. And surging forward for the first down is Javonte Williams. Gain of a couple. I'm a Giants fan, but I hope the Broncos win. All I can say is I'm sorry. Giants have had a really rough year. Hopefully next year they can start getting some things figured out, because I really feel like the NFL is better when the Giants are doing good. 1st and 10 now. A lot of under center action here. 2 tight ends for the Broncos. Marvin Mims shifts to the right side. Play action. Wilson looking downfield. Checks it down to Manhertz. His safety valve. Manhertz surges forward. Gain of 6. Positive plays on 1st down. I wish we could start establishing the run game a little bit more, but I will definitely take a 6-yard gain on 1st down all day long. Need a new quarterback and coaches. Definitely a new quarterback. I don't think Brian Dable has done that bad of a job. I just think that at the end of the day, the Giants made a critical mistake paying Daniel Jones. And offensive line, yeah, that's also one of your biggest issues. Getting Andrew Thomas back does help it a little bit, but still, that Giants offensive line is just tough. Little toss and blown up in the backfield right there. Or right at the line of scrimmage, it's Jaleel McLaughlin. And that's kind of the problem at times with Jaleel McLaughlin is you kind of show your hand whenever he's on the field. He's almost always going to get the ball. The Broncos need to start utilizing the play-action game a little bit more with Jaleel McLaughlin, and they're most likely going to let this run down to the end of the quarter here. Yes, they are. All right, guys, so Broncos on the other side of the quarter break will be facing a 3rd down and 4. Leading the Buffalo Bills 3-0. Defense has been outstanding. Offensively, we've shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. Had some penalties, had some negative plays. But overall, man, I think everybody here in Denver is pretty pleased with what we've seen so far. Jaleel got rocked. I agree, and that's kind of an example, in my opinion, of some of the questionable play calling on the part of Sean Payton. This is where I talked about this in the pregame stream, and I actually kind of got this from Andrew Mason and Cecil Lammy, my guys over at Orange and Blue Today, where you could basically have a heavy personnel set with 2 or 3 tight ends, in this case probably 2, and you can leak out one of the tight ends, have him get lost in the trash, and then head on to the opposite side of the field from the bootleg. And that could be one way where you could use the tendency of always getting Jaleel McLaughlin the ball when he's on the field against the defense. When everybody keys in onto McLaughlin, that's probably going to leave the tight end. In this case, I'd imagine it could even be Lucas Kroll, who was promoted from the practice squad. That could be a situation where you're kind of using your own tendencies to your advantage, if that makes any sense, rather than to your disadvantage. A new episode of Golden Bachelor this week. So yeah, I definitely have been kind of disappointed with some of the play calls early in this game, especially in these end arounds to Marvin Mims. To this point, nothing good has come from those. They've been snuffed out pretty much every time defensively. And so I think that's just a part of the playbook that I want to abandon at this point. Definitely draft a tight end next year, so as a Broncos fan, I'd agree. I would agree, man. Greg Dulcich is somebody you can't depend on to stay healthy, and even when he is healthy, he's kind of limited in what he can do. Adam Troutman can do multiple things, but he's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal. There's been some things that Troutman's actually done that haven't even been that great, honestly. So, and then Chris Manhertz is basically just another offensive lineman out there. The Broncos have to get a more dynamic playmaker at the tight end position this offseason, be it through free agency or through the draft. That's something that we have not had in Denver for a long time. When is Dulcich coming back? Here in a couple of weeks. 3rd down and 4. Von Miller is on the field for this one. And he's going to be working against Garrett Bowles on this one. This is a matchup Vaughn probably wanted. It's 3rd down and 4. Bulls holds up pretty well. Wilson gets out of trouble. How did he avoid the sack? He gets the first down and he slides to avoid the hit from Terrell Bernard. Russell Wilson looked like he was dead to rights in the backfield, and he got out of trouble, stepped wide up into the rushing lane, and got the first down. Oh, actually, he wasn't even pressured. The broadcast angle just had a bad shot of it. That was just a really big rushing lane that Russell Wilson saw. Garrett Bowles held up pretty well against Von Miller on that first rush. And now it's 1st and 10 for Denver. And we got an injury, I think. Jordan Phillips, the big defensive lineman for the Bills. Opening up the middle. Yeah, that was sweet, man. Lloyd Cushenberry cleared out a nice hole on that one. Lloyd Cushenberry has been fantastic this year. I mean, somebody who I thought was going to be a massive liability heading into this year, I feel like has been one of our biggest strengths. Five Nights at Freddy's repping the Millers jersey. Nice. 1st and 10 now from the 48-yard line. Bunch formation to the right side. Russell Wilson, play action. Doesn't like what he sees. He just throws away. He does. Yeah, that was a good throwaway right there. Didn't like what he had downfield. Just chucked that joint out of bounds. Dulcich was not expected back this year. Payton said he might be back. Not sure. Just hoping he stays. He's going to be back. I've heard from people who know the situation that he is going to be back. It's going to be in a couple of weeks. It's just, I still think that the Broncos need to add at the tight end position. There's a flag, and it's an eligible man downfield. Another penalty on 1st down. Cushenberry was a mess last season, but this year he's really turned his game around. It's been really impressive, honestly. But right there, he actually got caught downfield. That one was actually on Russell Wilson holding on to the ball a little too long. Judy looked like he could have been open on that one too. 1st and 15. These are the situations Denver needs to try to avoid. If Dulcich goes on IR a 3rd time his season's over, that is correct. That is indeed correct. It used to be if he went on a 2nd time, but they recently changed that rule. Now you can do it a 3rd time. 1st and 15. Handoff to Javonte Williams for a couple. Ed Oliver makes the tackle on that one. The whole line has been gelling better. Yeah, for sure. Again, you'd like to have better play from Mike McGlinchey, but everybody else has been fantastic. 2nd and 13. They got Quinn Bailey in as an extra offensive lineman. They've done this quite a bit this season. From the 45-yard line, heavy formation to the right side, play action. Russell Wilson doesn't like it. Fires, and incomplete. He missed Cortland Sutton on that one, who looked to be open. He was bracketed, but it looked like that if that ball was put on time, that could have been a completion. Whole line is good except McGlinchey. Yep. McGlinchey has not been what was expected, but has been better. But it's been better in the last couple of years for sure. One penalty can change a whole drive. Yep. Once again, we find ourselves in a 3rd and long situation. We cannot continue to give ourselves these crappy situations. Wilson stepping up. Goes underneath here to Troutman. Long way to go. He's not going to get there. 4th down. Denver's going to have to punt this away. That's frustrating, man. Buffalo's had the ball 3 times offensively, and Denver shut them out twice with a turnover, once with 3rd down stop, and Denver's only been able to muster 3 points out of it offensively. It's absolutely terrible. Can we get out of his contract? Yes, we sure can. We'd have to designate him as a post-June 1st cut. And if we do that, we'll take a $35 million dead cap penalty next year. Following year, I believe it's $18 million, but we'd save $40 million. And then the year after that, I believe it's kind of the same deal. So Russell Wilson, there is an avenue to get out of his contract. And the Broncos, I think, are going to exercise that avenue, because if they don't, if Russell Wilson is on the roster before or on day 4 of the league year, then his 2025 salary becomes fully guaranteed. And I know it's a little bit weird, but they can still cut him designated as a post-June 1st, but get him off the salary, off the roster in March. It's kind of weird, but that can be done. So yes, Jeff, that is a way that we can get out of Russell's contract. And I think at this point in time, this offense is showing its limitations with Russell Wilson at quarterback. I like Russell Wilson. I've been one of the more pro Russell Wilson Broncos media members, but I also can recognize that at this point, that this is our best chance to get out of this Russell Wilson deal before it really starts to hamstring us, before his real big money starts to kick in. There's one avenue and one exit path for us to get out of this deal. We have to take it. We have to take it. McGlinchey's contract, that one we cannot get out of, unfortunately. That one's just got too much guaranteed money. That was just a bad free agent whiff. It's what happens when you fail to draft an offensive tackle. Since 2017, when we drafted Garrett Bowles, we have not drafted one single offensive tackle, and that leads to piss-poor free agency signings such as Jawan James and such as Mike McGlinchey. Although, granted, McGlinchey has been better, certainly, than Jawan James. That's not a very high bar. The offensive line keeps getting penalties. Not just the offensive line. Michael Burton had a false start. The ineligible man downfield penalty, that's on Russell Wilson for holding on to the ball too long. It's a little run-pass option play where offensive linemen are expecting the ball to either be a run play or the ball to be out quickly. Russell Wilson hesitated, kept onto the ball, and that leads to offensive linemen getting downfield. That's not on the offensive lineman. That's on the quarterback. I don't think we can get out of his contract unless it gets us multiple players, exceptional care, or a quarterback to take his place. He's not been the reason we played lost. He's played okay. He's played okay, but there's also been a lot of factors where he's been limited and he's held this offense back. I mean, he's been okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's been a $250 million quarterback or a quarterback that's going to win the Denver Broncos a Super Bowl. If the Broncos move on from Russell Wilson, they absolutely will have a rookie quarterback plan in place. Meanwhile, Latavius Murray carries for 5 yards there on first down, 2nd and 5. Let's say we win tonight. Then what do you think we should do about the Russell Wilson I think even if we make the playoffs this year, unless Russell Wilson significantly changes the way that he's playing beyond the numbers, the film is what I'm talking about here, not the stats. Even if the Broncos make the playoffs, I see this very much as like a Tyrod Taylor to Josh Allen situation or an Alex Smith to Patrick Mahomes situation. Check it down here to Murray, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle in the backfield there by DJ Jones on the sideline. Very, very nice there. 3rd and 5. Yeah, that was a great hustle right there from DJ Jones. They swung it out to Murray, and he had nowhere to go. Just absolutely got stonewalled there by DJ Jones. 3rd down and 5. Now, another scenario I could see is the Broncos basically tearing up Russell Wilson's contract and drafting a completely new deal. It's maybe like a 1-year contract with a lot of guaranteed money. Meanwhile, 3rd and 5. Josh Allen, whoa, it's off the hands of Dalton Kincaid, and it's incomplete. And another 4th down here for the Bills. 4th offensive possession for Buffalo, and they are about to punt it away. 2 turnovers and now 2 forced punts. I'd watch a fake right here. Pat Surtain was on the field in that one. Good to see. I thought he might have gotten nicked up earlier in this game. And yeah, that could have been a catch right there by Dalton Kincaid. He was double bracketed by Alex Singleton and PJ Locke. much like we talked about already in this stream. They punted away. Sam Martin, the ex-Broncos punter. Little line driver, and Marvin Mims is going to have a chance to play this. Marvin Mims across the 40. Marvin Mims will take it to about the 49-yard line. Good return right there for Marvin Mims, and that's going to give Denver some good field position. Let's see if offensively we can finally get our stuff together. Bills fans are very frustrated. Denver's defense continues to play lights out. Buffalo continues to shoot themselves in the foot with just multiple killer mistakes. Now, Denver ultimately has to put some more points on the board, and they can't settle for field goals, man. There's only so much of this that they can contain. I mean, eventually Buffalo's going to get their stuff together. Denver's got to do it first. If I was the general manager, I would be trying to get him to change his contract. Well, again, it's something he's going to have to agree to at the end of the day. This is going to have to be a mutual deal, and it's going to be with a lot of terms that's like, okay, Russ, here's the deal. We're going to be bringing in a rookie quarterback. Your job is going to be to help develop that rookie quarterback and also to win us football games for the time being. But there will be a point in time where we turn things over to that rookie quarterback. Russell Wilson, on his current contract, simply is not going to be a Denver Bronco next year. That there is an obvious out here with that contract. And yeah. So that's the scenario I see it, yeah. Buffalo or Denver 49-yard line. I believe it was the Buffalo 49-yard line. Or no, it was the Denver 49. I'm sorry. Who'd you say would win tonight? I had the Bills ultimately winning this game tonight, but I also saw a very clear avenue for Denver to be able to win this game. And thus far, defensively, we've executed that game plan to a T. Offensively, we've gotten in our own way. Let's see if we can finally stop that and get a touchdown on the board. Yep, we definitely need six. Like a quick six. Well, here's the thing. I want us to sustain the run on this drive and actually take some time off the clock and then punch it in with six. I want us to get a little bit more committed to the run game in this one. I don't care if we only average 3 yards per carry. 3 yards per carry 4 times, that's enough for first downs all day long. So yeah, if Russell doesn't agree to that, then ultimately the Broncos will cut him. That's the move that Denver will make. The only scenario that Russell stays in Denver next year, I feel like, is on an amended deal. 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line. All right, take care, David. You have a great day. From the 48, they run it with Javonte Williams. Nice burst there. He gains 5. Right up the middle, little inside zone. Weeks 1 through 5, Denver with 36.2 points per game allowed on defense. Absolutely atrocious. But last 3 games with 2-1 record, 15 points per game allowed. Fewest in the NFL during that span. So a big turnaround defensively for Denver. 2nd and 5. From the Buffalo 48-yard line, a little slant in traffic. Cortland Sutton holds on. Very nice. And a flag flies. That's going to be another 15 yards on top of it there. Cortland Sutton took a little shot at the end of that play. Denver's going to get some more yardage on top. Let's go. Let's see it. Yep, right there. It's Josh Norman. He leads with his shoulder, but it's to the head and neck area. I know Broncos fans would be a little upset if that one was on Denver, but I will definitely take it. Oh, it's actually Dorian Williams. Dorian Williams right there with the penalty. Again, I know Broncos fans would probably be upset if that one was called against Denver, but we'll take it. I will definitely take it. I know that it's a little wishy-washy though. 10.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. And now we are set up in great shape here at the Buffalo 26. 2 receivers set right. Russell Wilson looking behind the defense. It's caught by Jerry Jeudy. And Judy's got a first down to the 15. Gain of 11 yards. Little RPO. Russell had to wait for Jeudy to come open on the second window, but Jeudy flashed open there on the little slant route. Russell put it right on him. First down, Denver. Broncos are in business here. I formation, 15-yard line of the Bills. Russell working a little hard count, trying to get into the right play, see what the defense is doing. Von Miller is not on the field for the snap. They're going to run it with Javonte Williams, pushing the pile forward, and Javonte Williams has a 4-yard gain. Very nice. Jeff says, here we go. I want to see more Jeudy completions on slants. Absolutely. Well, they're going to give Javonte 3 on that run. I thought he got 4. 8 carries, 29 yards, 3.6 yards per carry for Javonte so far in this game. Heavy personnel to the left side with 2 tight ends. They're going to give it to Javonte again, and not much there. Maybe a yard. Third down. The moment I go walk the dog is the moment they pick it up. All right, 3rd and 6 for Denver. They line up under center, which is kind of rare on 3rd down. I think they're going to run this. Nope, play action. Wilson not there. Leonard Floyd's giving him chase. Fires. And it's caught, but it's going to be short of the line to gain. Cortland Sutton. 4th and short. I think Denver should think about going for this. Sean is talking things over with Mike Westhoff. I think they're going to... Analytics say go for it. They're going field goal. Oh, I don't like that decision. I don't like this. I do not like this at all. Will Lutz coming out for a 25-yard try. It's 4th and 2. This is prime go for it territory. Oh, what the? Oh, boy. Riley Dixon's under center. They're in tush-push formation. And Buffalo didn't bite. Riley Dixon, who's done some fake punting before. So it looked like they got Riley Dixon to go under center, and looks like Denver's going for this. They're bringing Riley Dixon off the field. They're bringing our offense back on. They put Riley Dixon under center in kind of a tush-push formation, but you're not going to run a tush-push behind the long snapper. And now Wilson and... What the hell is going on here? Play clock isn't running. It's 4th and 2. Sean is still talking with Russ. They bring in Michael Burton, Little Jordan Humphrey. Troutman is off the field. Manhurts is on. Sutton is on. So they called a timeout there, did Denver. They have to snap this, so Denver's going for this. Unless they just want to go up and snap it. Nope, they are going for it. Wilson spinning. Wilson floats it. End zone. Cortland Sutton. He is out. Incomplete. Damn. He couldn't get both feet in bounds. Let's see the replay. Really good throw there by Russell. Oh, score! 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 I think he's in. I think that's a score. He dragged the toe. That's a score. That's a score. That's a score. That's going to get reviewed. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That's a catch. Guys, I think that's a catch. That's going to get reviewed, and I think that's going to get changed. Let's go. I think that's a catch, guys. That is a catch. I think he got that. All right, hold on. Let me see if Twitter's got a replay here I can bring in. That looks like a catch to me. It's going to get reviewed. He doesn't have to challenge it. It's going to be automatically reviewed. It is under review right now. All right, here we go, guys. I think that's a catch. Looked like he sucked it in, was dragging 2 feet. First of all, what a throw by Russell Wilson. I mean, that was vintage Russell Wilson stuff right there, literally. No, it got the booth called down and said they were going to take a look at it. That definitely looks like a touchdown to me. And pretty much everybody in the Denver media also thinks it's a touchdown. Yeah, that one's getting reviewed. That was like prime Seattle Russ right there too. Like literally just the play that he made to extend that one. Pinpoint ball placement in the back of the end zone. Holy crap. Yeah, no, it's under review. The booth buzzed down and said they wanted to take a look at it. Dude, that was just perfect toe tapping. Okay, I think I got a replay. All right, got a replay here, guys. Hold on. All right, we've got a replay right here. Look at this. He's got the ball, possession, 2 feet in bounds. That's a touchdown all day long. All day long, that is a score. Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ. Gotta pick. No, still not the right one. There we go. Jesus Christ. But yeah, guys, that's pretty clear. Yep, they confirmed it. That's a touchdown. What a throw by Russ, and what a perfect toe tap catch by Courtland Sutton. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They take a look at it, and that's a touchdown. Yeah, we got grid in the house, Lions Syndicate. It's a touchdown. Let's go, baby. That is some vintage Russell Wilson stuff right there. And meanwhile, Will Lutz doinks the extra point. It is a windy night there in Buffalo, and Will Lutz has been pretty automatic on the year outside of week 1. He did have a blocked field goal last week. That wasn't his fault. That one just kind of drifted on him. That sucks. Snap. Hold good. Lutz just shaked it. That sucks. That thoroughly sucks. Dude, that was some vintage Russell Wilson stuff right there. That play has Russell Wilson making an argument to stick around. Dude, spinning off of his back foot, falling down. Pinpoint accuracy in the end zone. Just, that's beautiful. Makes your call to go for it seem a lot better. Yeah, for sure. One of the best catches of the year. Sutton has 2 of them. Yep. And Russell's fired up after that one. Just, again, another killer mistake there with the missed extra point, though. That does suck. Khalil Shakir returns the kickoff. Cannot make the 20. Probably should have fair caught it. And there's a Bills player down. Bills trainers running, sprinting onto the field. Hopefully whoever that is okay. Dude, I still can't get over that throw by Russ, man. I mean, it was a beautiful catch by Courtland as well, but literally that was vintage Russell Wilson stuff. He is 8 for 10 for 75 yards and a tuggy so far. Cam Lewis, ooh, that's another one of their starting corners, I believe, who was in on kickoff on that one. Former undrafted free agent in 2019 for the Bills. That could be a big loss for them defensively. 7:10 left in the second quarter. I think we might be going to TV timeout here for the injury. Or not. Yeah, we are. We need to get a young kicker. I agree, DJ. And that was my biggest qualm with the Denver Broncos' whole situation, how they handled Brandon McManus. They didn't have a succession plan, a true succession plan in place. Now we've got Will Lutz under contract for multiple years. Yeah, that's a frustrating miss for sure. Will Lutz has been pretty automatic for most of the year. But I would have drafted a kicker personally. Yeah, that was definitely a rough missed kick for sure. I mean, it's frustrating. This team feels like it's so close but so far away. Lutz was doing well all season too. He was. Obviously had that rough week 1 where he missed a field goal and missed an extra point. That ultimately ended up being the difference in points in that game. And then obviously since then he's been pretty perfect. He had a blocked field goal in the last game against Kansas City, but that one obviously really wasn't his fault. And you could have argued that Justin Reed was offsides on that play. But overall, Will Lutz has been pretty automatic on the year. Again, though, with the Broncos' whole situation, with the way that they moved on from Brandon McManus, I would have had a better succession plan in place. But again, I can't complain too much with how Will Lutz has been overall. I've been hard on Russ, but wow, incredible play and Sutton, amazing grab. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We should have beaten the Las Vegas Raiders, says Antelope. Yeah, that was a game we absolutely should have won. And again, it ultimately ended up being the point differential of missing those two kicks by Will Lutz. All right, guys, we are back. And it's just been kind of a disaster for the Buffalo Bills to start off here. They've had 4 offensive possessions, a fumble, an interception, and 2 punts. Now here's possession number 5 from their own 19-yard line. Josh Allen scans, dumps it underneath. It's James Cook. And James Cook slips a couple of tackles from McMillan and Jewell, and Mix slips a third as well, finally brought down after a gain of 8 by Alex Singleton. Some poor tackling on that play for the Buffalo Bills. James Cook obviously got stripped by Jaquan McMillan on the first play. McMillan recovered his own fumble there. Just a really incredible play by Jaquan. 2nd and 2. Here is a big burst there and a touchdown potentially saving tackle by P.J. Locke. Big gain there for James Cook. Probably 15 or so. Little draw there from the Bills. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 now from the 39, and Cook stumbling forward. Buffalo trying to get James Cook involved here. He gets about a 6-yard gain there to his own 45.
And now, this is a guy possessed, and he wants to show what he can do. And you can tell by the way he's running the football right now. I'd give it to him again.
2nd and 5. And it's Cook. Little short there. 3rd down and 1 situation. P.J. Locke. That's not good. P.J. Locke is injured. And there's been some serious conversation about P.J. Locke replacing Kareem Jackson in the starting lineup when he returns from his suspension next week. That's not great. He's been a big revelation for us, and now I think that means Delarian Turner-Yell is going to have to come in here at safety, which is not an ideal situation. I'm looking to pick on him if I'm Buffalo. Meanwhile, falling forward to pick up the 1st down is Latavius Murray. The well-traveled Latavius Murray, of course, Broncos fans will remember he was with us last season. Former Oakland Raider and Minnesota Viking as well. And New Orleans Saint. Big Latavius Murray fan around here. 1st and 10. Just not today, though. From the midfield stripe, a little slant. And Stephon Diggs braced loose. Fabian Moreau had him wrapped up, but Stephon got out of there. And that's going to set up the Bills with nice positioning there. Another 1st down. Denver's starting to crumble a little bit on defense. Not a great situation there at all. Jeff says, I wanted to keep Murray. Yeah, I did too. And considering that he was in New Orleans under Sean Payton, he was familiar with this offense, I thought it was a good fit. But I've been pleased with our backfield so far. But Murray's gashing us. Latavius Murray with another massive run, taking it all the way to the 21-yard line. Slipping tackles, gaining 14 yards. 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Tackling looking like week 1 through 4. Yeah, unfortunately it is. And that's not great. First down. From the 22, Josh Allen. A little stack formation on each side. Fires. End zone, wide open. Touchdown, Dalton Kincaid. Nobody near him in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. And now the defense is starting to crumble. 8-play, 81-yard drive, 3 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock. What happened here, man? This was a busting coverage from Denver. Surtain takes Diggs. Oh, man. And Justin Simmons expecting Surtain over the top. I don't know what the hell Justin Simmons was doing on that one. That looked like Justin Simmons overplayed the flat. I have no idea what happened there. And Tyler Bass is good. And there's a flag down on the extra point. And Josh Allen, obviously, no issue there with that one. And it looks like that was a penalty on Denver. They were offsides on the PAT. Oh, my God. This team can be so frustrating at times, guys. Oh, my God. And now Buffalo's going to go for 2 and try to make this a 1-point game. I don't know who was offside for Denver there, but that's just poor mental discipline. Can't have that crap. Cannot have it. Yeehaw. 2-point try now for the Bills. Josh Allen stepping up, firing, back of the end zone, and it is good. With Delarian Turner-Yell in coverage, Gabe Davis. So P.J. Locke not on the field right now because of an injury. Delarian Turner-Yell forced into action there, and they pick on him. Oh, yeah, that was a great route there. Looked like a little post corner there by Gabe Davis. They motioned him there. That's a rough spot to be in if you're Delarian Turner-Yell. Great play design there by Ken Dorsey and the Bills. That sucks. So now it is back to a 1-point game. 9-8 in favor of the Broncos. 3.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. That's frustrating. Again, man, they knew that P.J. Locke was not on the field, and they took advantage of it. So can Joseph go yet? I mean, that's not even Vance Joseph. That's just the Bills knowing that the Broncos were shorthanded at that spot and taking advantage of, quite frankly, them not having a good player on the field. That's Denver dealing with injuries in the secondary again, which we just cannot have. That was a miscommunication, Broncos fan. I mean, that one you can definitely probably put on coaching. The touchdown play. Okay, yeah. Yep, Justin Simmons, man. They caught him in zone. That was just a good play call there against that defense. Yep, it's poor communication and also just a good play call against that particular defense. Yep, Locke got injured and we fell apart. Yep, pretty much. 1st and 10 now. Russell Wilson making a check at the line. The crowd there in Buffalo starting to make their presence known. Play clock inside 5. Russell Wilson. Good protection. Fires up the middle. He's got Cortland Sutton on a little corner route. And Cortland Sutton will take that one, I believe, into Buffalo territory. Delarian Turner yell at strong safety is not good. Agreed. He's a liability. That is fantastic protection right there from the offensive line. Everybody. And Russell Wilson, man, lobbed that one on the corner. Actually, it was a little crossing route, a deep crossing route there. Cortland Sutton on a safety. We'll take that all day long. 1st and 10. From the 45-yard line, Russ is under center, and they give it up to Williams, who gets 4. He got tripped. Rasul Douglas ultimately tackles him. 2nd and 6. 2:40 left in the first half. Second down and 6 from the Buffalo 41. Broncos like to have Russell Wilson do a little dummy cadence, try to get the defense to declare, and then he gets into the right play. Handoff, Williams, and he's close to the first down. They're going to say he's a yard shy. 3rd down and 1 for the Denver Broncos. And they're going to let that run down to the 2-minute warning. Denver with a 3rd down and very manageable situation. We're starting to get our stuff together on offense, which is really good to see. Obviously, that last drive defensively was not great. If we can go back to playing complementary football where both sides are playing well in sync with each other, then we can really have some good results, guys. We saw that. We saw flashes of it in that Kansas City Chiefs game. We just need to see it more sustainably. Broncos fan says keep running it. It's working and it's getting good yards. I agree, man. Just keep running the ball. Keep getting yourself in those 3rd down and manageable situations. We will take that all day long, man. All day long. Stick to what you do best. 100%. 100%. And the Broncos are finally starting to establish an identity as a ground and pound football team. And you can win a lot of football games if you have a good, consistent ground game. But, guys, I just want to, first of all, I want some appreciation for Russell Wilson on this throw. I know I was bagging on him a little earlier in the stream saying that we should move on, and I still probably think we should, but I got to give the man some flowers here. I will always give Russell Wilson his flowers when they're due, and they're due a lot more than a lot of people want to give it credit for. But, dude, just you got to look at this throw right here from Russell Wilson. That's just beautiful stuff right there. It really, really is. So let's see if the offense can go ahead and cash in here on this 3rd down and short situation on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Green says, why don't they bring in Skinner to be the enforcer against the Bills' run game and pass guy? Skinner is not active tonight, and I really think that Skinner has been inactive due to his deficiencies as a coverage safety. If he's able to correct that part of his game, then I think he'll see the field more. But he's been inactive the entire season for a reason. Kareem Jackson will likely fill a similar role to that when he returns next week. assuming, of course, that PJ Locke is okay. I really hope that PJ Locke is okay. All right, we're back, guys. At least 3 points here, says Jeff. We get the ball in the second half. Agreed. I obviously want to get 6, but if we can take the ball or take the clock all the way down to halftime and kick a field goal, that's not a bad consolation prize. It's 3rd and 1. We got to run this. Russell working some hard count, and they're going to sneak it. Russell's been pretty good on quarterback sneaks this year, and he converts another one. First down, Denver. Let the clock run, and that's not good. PJ Locke is going off to the locker room. Damn. And it looks like 16 for Buffalo's going down. It's kind of unique there in Buffalo. In order to get to both the home and the away locker room, you have to go down the same tunnel. So at halftime and at the end of the game, the Broncos and Bills will be exiting down the same tunnel. Many fights have happened in that tunnel. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. They're going to run it with McLaughlin. Not much, if anything. No gain. 2nd down. Timeout called by the Bills. Yeah, man, Russell's been really good in this game. Yep, and he's used his legs. It's been really good tonight so far from Russ. Second and 10. Russell Wilson tonight, 9 for 11 through the air, 105 yards and a touchdown. Also 2 carries for 12 yards. Got down the tunnel with under 2 minutes, and not always means a bad thing. Might get treatment under half and come back. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Because we need him bad. 2nd and 10. From the 34-yard line, a little shift there by Lucas Kroll. Wilson avoids the sack. He's going to run it again, and Wilson dives, holding onto the ball, gains 8, but there's a flag. Damn, that's on Lloyd Cushenberry. That sucks. All right, at this point, I think you're kind of playing to drain the clock, make Buffalo burn timeouts, and kick a field goal going into halftime. I think. Oh man, Russell missed Lucas Kroll, little hole shot there. Looked like Buffalo was playing some cover 2. That sucks. That was a missed opportunity right there from Russell Wilson. He took off, but that induced a hold. Now we're not even in field goal range. You got to get back into field goal range now. That blows. That's the killer. That was a killer play. Russell working that dummy cadence again, trying to get the defense to see what they are doing. Primitive game is good too. Run it down their throat. Well, that's what they're going to do right here. And it's good for a 4-yard gain. Might have gotten you back on the edge of field goal range there for Will Lutz. Buffalo's going to call timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 16. Not an ideal situation right here for Denver. Buffalo has one more timeout. You have to imagine they'll probably look to spend it after this. So, you keep shooting yourselves in the foot with these negative plays. Russell missed Lucas Kroll, and then you get a holding penalty on that same play. I don't think we've had a drive so far offensively that we haven't shot ourselves in the foot with penalties. We overcame them on one drive, obviously, with the touchdown, and then promptly missed the extra point. If Denver loses this game, it's going to be the game of missed opportunities. 3rd and 16. 1:01 left on the game clock in the first half. Buffalo has 1 timeout left. They'll probably spend it after this 3rd down play. At this point, you're just trying to get a few more yards here for Will Lutz. 3rd and 16. Wilson cannot take a sack. Wilson is going to run it. Good decision. Wilson will stay in bounds and stay upright, taking it just outside the 30-yard line. Buffalo will spend their final timeout, and Denver will trot out Will Lutz to make this a 4-point game. Is the wind in their favor? I'm not sure. Let's see if they tell us. Will Lutz missed a PAT on the previous possession for Denver. Let's see if he can redeem himself here. Just a reminder, guys, be sure to keep it right here for second half action on Broncos Syndicate. We'll be taking a brief little intermission during halftime. All right, 4th and 6. It's going to be a 49-yard try for Will Lutz. Into the swirling wind, and he gets it to draw in. Good kick by Will Lutz. The wind caught it and drew it right in. Perfect kick from Will Lutz right there. Love it. And Denver makes it a 4-point game right there. That's a clutch kick by number 16. Great job. Clutch kick. Just gets it to draw inside the upright. Not an easy kick at all in a swirling wind in that position. He almost missed it, yeah, but the thing is, that's going into a swirling wind. Your best opportunity to make that kick is to basically kick it wide and try to get the wind to draw it in, and that's exactly what he did. Five Nights at Freddy's says, Miss PAT will come back to bite us. We'll see. We will see. Meanwhile, Josh Allen's going to have 45 seconds and no timeouts to try to work Buffalo into field goal range or in position to score a touchdown. Russell so far, 9 for 11, 105 yards and a touchdown, 22 rushing yards in this game. I definitely wish we would have taken a little more time off the clock there, but again, Buffalo does not have any timeouts to play with. Again, though, Antelope, that was into a swirling wind. For those conditions, that was a good kick. He got to draw in exactly what he wanted that kick to do on that one. He kicked that ball to get it to try to draw in to the right upright, and it did exactly what he wanted it to do. Doesn't have to be down the middle. It just has to be through the uprights. 1st and 10 from the 25. 45 seconds, no timeouts for the Bills. Josh stepping up, firing. He's picked off! Josh Allen is picked off by Fabian Moreau! He threw it late to the corner route, and Denver's going to have an opportunity to get more points with 2 timeouts left. Josh Allen with a boneheaded interception. Let's go! We had 5 turnovers in the game against Kansas City, and now we've got 3 turnovers tonight. And Denver in prime opportunity to get points. You cannot throw an outside breaking route late. Tried to hit Deontay Hardy on the sail route, and Fabian Moreau read that like a book. Let's go, man! Woo! 1st and 10. Denver's got 2 timeouts, 37 seconds. That's plenty of time to play with, guys. Plenty of time to play with. Let's go, baby! Fabian Moreau has been a big-time addition for this Denver Broncos defense. Wilson setting up a screen. It's McLaughlin, and McLaughlin will fall forward for 3 yards. Timeout, Denver. 30 seconds left in the half. 2nd down and 7. I'm from Wyoming, so was upset we didn't get Josh Allen, but turnovers have been his Achilles heel. Yep, they have. Yep. Right on cue, FNF. All right. 93 total turnovers in the NFL, or most in the NFL since 2018. His rookie season, obviously. Josh Allen kind of feels like modern day Brett Favre, man. Yep, they do. Second down and 7 from the 28-yard line. Wilson takes the snap. Man right in his face, it's Von Miller. And Wilson swings it to McLaughlin, who just gets back to the line of scrimmage. And Denver honestly should have let that clock run and then called timeout. Well, it's third down and 6, so I'd just run a draw right here, get a few more yards, and let Will Lutz come back in and kick it again. Yeah, it's Jaquan. I'm about to get paid millions. All right, third down and 6. 20 seconds left in the half. I'd be very conservative right here if I'm Denver. Cannot take a sack. No negative plays. I would have just let the clock run and kicked it now. Denver's got to be really careful with what they do here. It's fourth down. They got to run the field goal unit on. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. They get going. They set. And the kick is good. Great execution by Denver. Great job. And we are leading by 7, 15-8 at halftime. Buffalo with 3 killer turnovers. On their other 2 drives, they've had to punt. Denver, then they did get 1 scoring drive, but still, Denver has been just absolutely lights out tonight. And we lead at halftime 15-8. Great execution right there by Denver. Getting up to the line, getting the field goal unit on. They get the ball snapped with 5, 4, 3 seconds. Just beautiful, beautiful execution right there. All right, guys. Be sure to keep it right here on Denver Broncos Syndicate for second half action. We are going to take a brief little intermission here. Be sure to leave a like on this stream on your way out for halftime and check back in here in about 12 minutes, guys. All right. All right, guys, we are back for second half action of Denver Broncos versus Buffalo Bills. Your Denver Broncos currently lead 15-8 after a pretty dominating first half that saw 3 forced turnovers by this Broncos defense, a forced fumble by Jaquan McMillan, and then interceptions from Justin Simmons and Fabian Moreau. Some not necessarily uncharacteristic anymore, mistakes from Josh Allen. Allen has had some really, really poor moments in this game, and it's led to the Buffalo Bills with some really, really negative results, man. Their first 2 drives, they turned it over. Then they followed it up with 2 punts. They did go downfield and scored on 1 drive. That was a good drive there for their offense, and our defense kind of crumbled a little bit on that drive. And then after that, we got the big turnover there from Fabian Moreau and a very, very well executed drill to get the field goal at the end of the half, the walk-off field goal with no timeouts left. They had to literally run the field goal unit on. They executed it absolutely perfectly. So that's just a sign of a very well-coached football team right there. I could not be more impressed with the coaching, the situational coaching in this one. The offensive play calling at times has left a little to be desired, but we've been able to overcome it for the most part. And the best part is, since the Buffalo Bills won the toss, elected to receive, and then turned it over on their first drive, Denver now gets the ball to come out of halftime. So we could potentially double up here, and we could make this very easily a 23-8 ball game before Buffalo even gets the ball back, which would be just absolutely huge. So that's the key, guys. We've got to keep the pedal to the metal on this one. We've got to keep running the football and just keep doing what we're doing, guys. It's that simple. Keep up the pressure, Broncos fan says. This is not over until it hits double zeros. Absolutely. And we've seen the Denver Broncos lose early halftime leads before, so we've got to come out with a very high level of aggression in this game. We cannot lose this lead. We've got Buffalo right where we want them. We've got to go in for the kill shot pretty much right away, guys. It's that simple. If we can get this to a 23-8 ball game, then I don't know if Buffalo is going to be able to climb out of that hole. So Denver's got to come out of this first possession coming out of halftime with points, 100%. Again, guys, we win this game. We're 4-5, and given the way that the AFC is going right now, that puts us in the thick of the playoff picture. It really does. Like it would put us right in the hunt. All right, guys, we're just waiting for second half action to get back underway here. Again, guys, if you could just do me a big favor before second half action officially gets underway, if you could just leave a like on this stream, as well as subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so, I would really appreciate it. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Showing first half highlights. Drop from Gabe Davis leads to a Justin Simmons interception. And then the beautiful, beautiful touchdown. Russell Wilson and Cortland Sutton. Back in the end zone, a little busted coverage. Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid for the touchdown. And then, obviously, Denver got another turnover after that. Very ugly interception, throwing late to the corner route. Fabian Moreau picked that one off, and that led to 3 points for Denver. Going into halftime, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman on the call for us from Buffalo, New York. And again, guys, we got to continue to ride the run game, go on an extended long drive here, and come out of this one with 6 points. Or 7 points, 8 points. Just, we got to get a touchdown here. Fair catch taken there at the 5-yard line, so that'll come out to the 25, new rule this year by Marvin Mims. And here comes Russell Wilson. Russ, 12 for 14 for 114 yards and a touchdown in that first half. He was pretty flawless. Sean Payton sending in the play call. Russell taking a look at his wristband here.
It takes a veteran coach like Sean Payton in order to bring the team out of that, and with some of the changes that were
All right, first down and 10 for Denver. Russell Wilson is under center. Adam Troutman shifts to the left side. Looks like heavy personnel for Denver. They're going to run with Javonte Williams, who runs right into a wall. Greg Rousseau with the stop there. Second and 10. Yep, agreed. Second down and 10. Three receivers set to the left side. Wilson in the gun. Javonte Williams sets up to his right. Wilson pressured. Flags down. That's probably a hold. Wilson will get a couple yards before sliding, but that's probably going to be a hold on Denver. Flag in the backfield. That always reeks of holding. Javonte Williams. And that was kind of the story of the first half offensively for Denver. They consistently shot themselves in the foot with penalties, and that unfortunately continues to reign true here. Williams was going to get killed in pass protection, and he grabbed the collar there of number 43. I think that's Terrell Bernard. Second out and 20 now from all the way back at the Buffalo 15. Not the situation that you want to be in if you're the Broncos. And they're just going to run this thing with Williams. And he gets close to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard shy of it. Third down and 11. Taylor Rapp looks to be a little shaken up there for the Bills. Nice run there by Williams, but it's still third down and forever.
Micah Hyde, as you mentioned, is out with a stinger. Neck injury cost him over 2 games last year, so Rapp starts with Poyer. He stays out there.
Third down and 12. Flag flies, and that's going to probably be a false start. Yep, that sucks. Absolutely, Brad. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Denver shoot themselves in the foot again. Second penalty on the night on Lloyd Cushenberry. And now you have to imagine Denver's just going to run like a draw play or something like that and punt this thing away. It's 3rd and 17. Cannot have these penalties, man. They're drive killers. Third down and 17 from the 18-yard line. I would totally expect something conservative here. Russ stepping up. He's going to run it and slide well short, and Denver will punt. No, penalties definitely did not help. That killed the drive. Denver cannot continue to get these freaking penalties on offense, man. Denver should have way more points right now, but they keep shooting themselves in the foot. And now Buffalo's probably going to get good field position because Riley Dixon, no, he actually drops a pretty nice punt. And there's going to be a flag on it, which is probably going to back him up even further. Returned by Hardy to the 31, but that's probably coming back. Oh, come on. It's on the kicking team. That sucks. It's on Dwayne Washington. That blows. It's not often you see a hold on the kicking team. Feels like all the inopportune penalties for Denver are starting to come to fruition. I mean, oh my God. If Denver loses this game, the story and the narrative is going to be penalties and just consistently beating themselves. That's what this is. The Buffalo Bills are doing a good enough job of beating themselves, but it's ultimately going to come down to which team's better and which team overcomes their own BS, basically. And sadly, I'm more confident in Buffalo to do that at this point. Penalties are killing us right now. Like, legitimately burying us in the ground. Yep, penalties. Shot both feet on this drive. Yep, they sure did. They shot themselves multiple times in the first half, and it continues to spill over on a drive where you had to have a touchdown. Oh, it's frustrating, man. This team's on the right track, but they still have a long ways to go, and that is just further proof of it right there. That's frustrating as all hell. Need more turnovers to make up for the penalties. I mean, eventually, I think you have to imagine Buffalo's going to get out of that freaking turnover funk. So at that rate, man, Denver's got to start capitalizing on the opportunities that they have. And they had an opportunity to get points on that drive, and they didn't take it. So, yeah, ultimately, this loss falls on Denver not being able to capitalize on their opportunities if this does indeed end in a loss. Let's see if our defense can go out there and play hero ball once again, because that's basically what we're going to depend on them to do. And Russell Wilson's playing pretty well. I mean, Russell's playing just fine. It's just these self-inflicted wounds, man. That's still a sign of a bad team. There is still a second half, absolutely. They've got to clean this crap up, though. They absolutely do. This crap cannot continue to fly. It's kind of a mini miracle at this point that you have 15 points and they only have 8, honestly. That just kind of goes to show that Buffalo's really shot themselves in the foot in their own respective right. Meanwhile, here's Josh Allen from the 39-yard line with a batted ball by Zach Allen. Let's go, baby. Good start. Learned that one from his years studying under J.J. Watt in Arizona. Wears number 99 in honor of J.J. And nice job right there. 2nd and 10. Trips left for the Bills. Josh Allen looking, firing, and a drop by Stephon Diggs. Diggs had Baron Browning covering him. Probably could have charged upfield. I think he was thinking about turning upfield, and he drops it. 3rd and 10. Dude, that was a big-time missed opportunity right there. 3rd and 10. From the 39. Allen making a check after the hard count. Trips left. Josh steps up, fires underneath. It's Dalton Kincaid who's going to be short of the line to gain. Nice tackle by PS2. Short of the line to gain. Let's see what Buffalo's going to do here. And crowd wants him to go for it, obviously. And it looks like they're going to do just that. Analytics say go, according to ESPN. Bunch formation here on each side. Dalton Kincaid motion to the right. They're going. Josh Allen stepping up. He's looking, throwing. Overthrown, incomplete. And Buffalo turns over on downs. Josh Allen wants a flag, isn't going to get it. And Denver will get the ball back. Once again, we hold on defense. This has been the best game of the year on defense so far. Josh Allen, 10 for 19, 95 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, an overthrow there on 4th down. Great coverage defensively. He had nowhere to go, had to throw it late, and he sailed the ball. Let's go, man. Turnover on downs is as good as a turnover. Hey, man, it's a turnover. Literally has turnover in the name. That's a turnover, baby. Dude, let's go, man. I mean, it won't obviously go down the stat sheet as one, but that's basically a turnover. Let's go, man. Agreed, Antelope. No more stupid penalties. No more stupid penalties. Where's the ball at? Oh, geez. We'll have to check back on that one when we get back from commercial, but I believe it's in Buffalo territory. So Buffalo goes for it on 4th down, and he doesn't get it. That was awesome. All right. The ball's on the Buffalo 48. Yep. Thank you, Jeff. Yep, just looked at ESPN. It's the Buffalo 48. So great field position there. But again, guys, we cannot settle for 3. We've got to get a touchdown. Our defense, man, just the complete turnaround that we've done from the first half of the season, from the first part of the season. I mean, week 3, it looked like this was going to be the worst defense in modern NFL history. But getting guys healthy, a few schematic changes here and there from Vance Joseph, hats off to him. But that's what happens when you finally get healthy and you're less likely to have to trot Delarian Turner-Yell out there. I didn't pay attention. I didn't see if PJ Locke's back out there for the second half. But if he is indeed back out there, that's an even more ideal situation there. We saw him obviously have to go to the locker room a little bit before halftime. 11:22 in the third quarter, and Denver is in prime business here. Just like Five Nights at Freddy's says, we got to capitalize. All right. They got Chris Manhertz in the backfield here as the fullback, as opposed to Michael Burton. Now they shift him. Wilson under center. Troutman in motion. They toss it to McLaughlin, I believe. Yep, and he gets 3. Or make it 2, and there's some extracurricular activity. And, of course, they're going to do an ad and not let us see it. I watched a guy that tore our defense apart in his video. Showed the all 22 screens. Nice to hear doing well. 100%. Turning on the Avs game. Nice. How are the Avs doing? Was Locke back out on defense? I'll have to see. That was one thing I did not check. Swing to Sutton. And cannot break out of trouble there. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Third and 6. 10 minutes left in the third. And Denver's going to have to burn a timeout. Oh, great. You cannot burn early timeouts. There was probably some error in communication getting the damn play call in. You cannot burn early timeouts, man. These communication errors have got to get cleaned up, man. That could come back to haunt us. That really could come back to haunt us, man. I hope it doesn't. You cannot burn early timeouts. You've got to clean up these freaking communication problems. Third down and 6. Broncos are 3 for 10 tonight on third down conversions. Russell checks at the line. Play clock inside 5. Russell stepping up. Goes underneath. It's caught. Sutton, who fumbles the ball. Ball is out, and it looks like Buffalo jumped on top of it. They have it. Cortland Sutton fumbled the ball. It wasn't a great ball placement by Russ. Sutton had to come back for it. And that's a key turnover right there, man. It gets punched out by Teron Johnson. And it doesn't roll out of bounds. Sutton tries to get on it. Can't. And a horde of Bills jump on it. That sucks so bad. Ah, my God. It was not a great throw by Russell Wilson. Again, Cortland Sutton had to come behind for it. And, play's being reviewed, but I don't see any reason why that would need to be. Come on, dude. All right. We got...
Ball's out.
Oh, sorry.
Stays in.
I got the play right here, guys. That's so frustrating. All right, so
We're down in
here. Oh my God! Shut up! Thank you. Russell steps up in the pocket, and he's got. So again, I'm putting that mostly on Russell Wilson. Obviously, Cortland Sutton gets some blame there as well for the fumble, but that's one that I have to ultimately put on number 3 for the crappy ball location. It's not good. Yep, that's terrible ball placement. I can put it on Sutton a little bit. Like, I'll put that 75% on Russ, 25% on Sutton. That ball placement was egregiously down, or egregiously bad. And no, he was not down. He was not down. Definitely not. Unfortunately, that's going to be a turnover, and it's going to set up the Bills with pretty good field position. It hurts. That hurts. This is a problem for him. Yeah, it is, Grid. It 100% is. That was not a good throw. That was not a good throw whatsoever. Russell's had a pretty good night so far, but that was a bad play by number 3. Yep, once again, unable to capitalize, and it's being reviewed. I don't know what they're reviewing.
It's a turnover, so they look at it. Now they look at it, John Perry, in more detail. And we watched this many times. And there is a scramble for that ball on the boundary. Yeah,
There was, but I don't think there's any evidence to overturn the ruling here.
establish inbounds prior to touching it, which he does.
Yep, rolling on the field stands.
Therefore, to change the possession.
Russ needs to run on those. Well, on that one, Russell had a wide open guy. He just threw it to him late.
Has the left knee down to reestablish. Right, that left.
If Russ threw that ball on time, that would have been a first down.
So they stay with the call on the field.
That was just a bad throw by Russ.
It's the third fumble for Cortland Sutton to get the Bills field position right where they were.
All right, first down and 10. Josh Allen hands it off for James Cook with a big burst. And James Cook has 11 yards. First down, Buffalo. And this is the point where Denver starts to crumble. That was just an inexcusably bad ball by Russ. And again, Cortland Sutton deserves 25% of the blame for the fumble, but ultimately he doesn't fumble that if that's a better ball. And James Cook, little bob on the exchange, gets 2.
40, maybe just outside, and Alex Singleton there for the stop again at 3.
They get 3.
So last thing Cook wanted, he would come
This team is so frustrating, and those are the kind of plays that really bolsters the argument to move on from Russell Wilson. 2nd down and 7 from the 41-yard line. Little pump, Allen, whole shot, got it. Khalil Shakir, 1st down Buffalo, inside the 15. I'll try, Brad. I'll try.
He's able to pull it back as he started to throw it. He doesn't like the coverage, and then he picks it up to Shakir on the outside.
Just with this team, sometimes it's a little hard to keep the faith when you consistently shoot yourselves in the foot. 1st and 10. And it's a run for 3 yards. Duke Johnson.
And had 507 is good for 2. We're under 8 to go in this 3rd quarter. The ball at the 14.
2nd down and 8, and the Broncos' momentum is fading fast. Allen's going to keep it. Allen. 2 yards short, tackled down. 3rd down, and very manageable for the Bills.
I mentioned it. If Russell Wilson, if he makes a better throw to Portland Sutton, it's not a hard throw. Sutton was out. That's it. They pick up that 1st down, and now you're looking at points.
Agreed. Could not agree more. That was just a horrible throw by Russ.
Because his throw was low, and the 1st down marker was right there. Now you've got Buffalo, knocking on the door with a chance to take
3rd down and 2. Josh Allen is under center. Murray. 1st down to the 2. Tackled by Ronnie Perkins. 1st and goal for the Bills. Russ. 1st down and goal. And Murray scores against his former team. Latavius Murray, and just like that, Buffalo is in position to tie this game. And momentum is starting to get up and shift to the other side, ladies and gentlemen. Denver's porous run defense strikes again on that drive. Latavius Murray hits pay dirt. Whenever Buffalo runs the ball, good things tend to happen. And the extra point is good. We've got a tied game, ladies and gentlemen. 6:42 in the 3rd quarter. Blah. Yay. All right, guys, tied game. All that first half momentum Denver had is now gone. You got to go take it back. You've got to go take it back, man. If the offense doesn't respond here, then Denver could be in some big trouble because Buffalo is starting to get hot. Defense was not great on that drive, but at the end of the day, they got set up by that horrible turnover. It's just bad ball. You can't have it. It's just bad ball. Broncos have had multiple opportunities to knot this up. Or not knot this up, to be ahead, and now it's all knotted up. That they've had killer penalties. The bad play from Russ right there. It's just not been good. We've had more than enough chances to blow this game. Or we've had, and Denver is making poor decisions. Yeah, it's just not great. Sean's wishing he didn't let the bull go. Yeah, man. Latavius Murray, that one felt good. But after getting 3 turnovers there in that first half, and then just offensively had the killer penalty on the first drive that forced us to settle for the field goal. I thought there was some questionable play calling on that first possession, especially the third down draw play. I was not a huge fan of that play call at all. So that one cost you 4 points. And then after that, man, it's just been multiple penalties have set you back. Penalties, poor play calling, and the defense falling apart. You're running more end rounds with Marvin Mims. We've had the opportunity to really blow this thing up and blow the Bills out, and it just hasn't happened. And now all the momentum's back. The Buffalo crowd is fired up. We gotta go get the momentum back. We've got to go get the momentum back. Tyler Bass will kick off. And Marvin Mims looking for somewhere to go. Bounces. Marvin Mims has an angle. Marvin Mims will get it to the 40-yard line. He is electric. He is electric, man. 31-yard return on something that looked completely dead to rights. What a return by Marvin Mims. He cut back to the other side, got his jersey grabbed a little bit. Very nice job. All right, guys, got to capitalize on this drive. Yep. Let's take advantage of it. From their own 39 now. Offset eye to the right. Russell is under center. Play action. Wilson looking. Flips it. And nice little check down play there to Javonte Williams. He gets 6. Make it 7. Very, very great return right there from Marvin Mims. 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 2nd down and 3. Denver with 3 takeaways tonight, but just 6 points. Buffalo with 1 takeaway, and they have 7 points. So 2 more takeaways for Denver, but 1 less point to show for it. That's not ideal. Williams gets a yard. 3rd down and long 2. And crowd getting fired up there in Buffalo. Broncos are 3 for 11 on 3rd downs tonight. Von Miller is on the field for this play. He's going up against Garrett Bowles. And read option. Russell's going to keep it. And Russell's got the 1st down. Great play call. Little read option. The defensive end crashed in. Von Miller to play the run. To play the run. And Russell kept himself. Get some good lead blocking there from Adam Troutman. And Russell will pick up the 1st. Very nice. 1st and 10. 32 rushing yards tonight for Russell Wilson. Williams spinning, lunging, gets 4. Williams, 16 carries for 56 yards so far. Second down and 6. Fake the toss. Wilson rolls. Wilson looks. Wilson in trouble. Wilson is sacked. Gregory Rousseau, that was a dead play. Wilson trying to keep it alive. Could not. Had to eat it. Yeah. Yep. And Russo's pressure. He tries to drift back inside. There was nowhere there for Russell Wilson to go. Third and 12. Wilson steps up, and he is caught from behind again. AJ Epinesa. And Denver's got to kick it away again. That was your chance right there to get points for Denver. Get back into this thing, and now this could start to fall off the rails. Russell tried to climb the pocket again. They're doing a much better job containing him here in the second half. They got a spy on him, it looks like. Riley Dixon punts it. Fair catch made by Hardy at his 10. And good field position for Denver gets squandered. Buffalo's made some pretty key adjustments there on defense. So it looked like they were playing contain. And they were putting a spy on Russell Wilson. That's just not great. That is not great, man. And that is another argument to move on from Russell Wilson. He doesn't have guys downfield and ends up just taking those negative plays, man. Cannot take a sack in that situation. Just cannot do it. 3 points off of turnovers is absolute garbage. It's terrible, man. Or, well, 6 points actually, but still. And it just feels like Russell Wilson makes one read in the pocket, it's not there, and then, like Gabe says, he runs into pressure. Yep, it's time. It's time, man. And oh boy, Lloyd Cushenberry jogged back to the locker room. That's not great. No, you have 6 points off 3 turnovers, and then Buffalo's get 1 turnover, and they've got 7 points off of it. That's a big problem. It's not the offensive line, Ray. That's Russell Wilson drifting into the pressure. Sorry, that one I can't even put that on the offensive line. I want to, yeah, but that's not the line. That's Russell Wilson. It sucks. And again, that is exactly why you've got to move on from Russell Wilson if you have the opportunity to do so, which the Broncos do have the opportunity to do so. That was just a bad drive all the way around by number 3. Damn, that sucks. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go get a Mountain Dew. I wouldn't be surprised if Denver loses this game. They've been playing like trash. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, right. The way they're playing right now, they absolutely deserve to lose this game. Exactly, Gabe. He creates his own pressure. Very well said. First down and 10, 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. They're going to hand it off, and James Cook gets 3 yards. Make it 4. That sucks. That's a problem. Allen drifts left, fires into traffic. He's got a big completion. Gabe Davis takes it into into Denver territory to the 48-yard line. A big time throw right there from Josh Allen, making something happen right there. No, it is not. Yeah, man, this game is kind of a clear argument as to why the Broncos need to move on from Russell Wilson. First down. Oh, the ball is out. Ball is out. Who's got it? Who's got it? Denver says they have it. Denver says they have it. And they do. Denver's got it. It was a bad toss play. It was a bad toss play. He never secured it. And let's go. The 4th turnover of the day. Oh, no, it wasn't even a bad toss. It was just a bad handoff. James Cook never secured it. And Alex Singleton jumped on it. Let's go, baby. Cushenberry went to the locker room, and now P.J. Locke's been ruled out with an ankle. But Alex Singleton, and that's turnover number 4. All right, come on, offense. You got to get your damn crap together. 4 takeaways now, and so far we've got 6 points to show for it. We've got to make up for that. I don't know what happened there, man. Allen put it right on Cook's belly. He just kind of dropped it. Horrible exchange right there. First down and 10. Denver once again gifted beautiful field position at the 48-yard line of the Bills. They're going to run it. It's Williams for 2. Turner Yell is garbage. Yeah, he's not been great. Who's the backup center? I believe it's Luke Wattenberg. Josh Allen not pleased with that series of events. 4th turnover of the day. And this is probably going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter here. Wilson is alone in the backfield. Wilson drifting. Wilson throwing incomplete. Bad throw on the wrong shoulder looking for Cortland Sutton. 3rd down and 8. We got one more play before the end of the quarter. Bad ball by Russ. Horrible, horrible throw. Russ had a decent first half. He's been really bad this second half. 3rd down and 8. Sean Payton not happy. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go! That should have been a delay of game. They just got that one off. Wilson dances all day. Checks it down. Cortland Sutton not going to get there. Taron Johnson forces him out. Denver's going to have to punt. This offense. Absolutely, Antelope. I am all for cutting Russ at the end of the season. That was a horrible, horrible 2nd down throw by Russ. Exactly. You cannot stop running it. Even though the run game's been mid, that worked to your benefit in the Kansas City game, and now they're trying to ask Russ to do too much. And and for Russ, just a little bit is too much, unfortunately. Again, guys, you have to move on from Russell Wilson this offseason. They can designate him as a post-June 1st cut. They can still cut him in March, but it would be a post-June 1st cut because, again, guys, if he's on the roster by day 4 of the 2024 league year, his 2025 salary becomes fully guaranteed, and that's over $50 million, guys. That's when Russell Wilson's real big boy money starts to kick in. I'm sorry, guys. You have to move on from Russell Wilson. If they cut him and designate him as a post-June 1st cut, they'll eat a $35 million dead cap hit in 2024. And in 2025 and 2026, they'll eat an $18 million cap hit in each of those 2 years, but they'll save well over $40 million against the cap simultaneously. It just makes too much sense to designate Russell Wilson as a post-June 1st cut and pull the trigger and get off this Russell Wilson highway while you can. This is the one exit that we have until basically the end of 2025. And at this point, Russell Wilson's only going to regress even further. Russ can't throw very accurately. Yeah, he's had some really bad misses tonight. He really has, Janet. It's not been good. Get Penix if he's available. I'm kind of nervous on Penix because of his knee injuries. I really, really am. I think that McCarthy would be the better option if we have the opportunity to get him. I'm just really nervous with health for Michael Penix. Could we get Drew Lock back? Drew Lock's not an NFL starting quarterback. We've even seen it in the little playing time he's gotten in Seattle, man. Drew Lock's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He makes way too many rookie mistakes that a multi-year veteran should not make. You want to talk about leaving clean pockets, that's Drew Lock. You want to talk about throwing off your back foot, just stupid decision making. I was somebody who held out hope a lot longer than most for Drew Lock, but it was the Cincinnati game in 2021 that I finally realized that Drew Lock is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. I really wanted Drew to be the guy, but he just wasn't.
15-15 the score. The Broncos have started 4 drives.
Meanwhile, here is Denver to punt. Riley Dixon. See if he can place this well.
No hold, assuming they do punt, which they do. With Riley Dixon
End over end punt. Fair catch at the 11-yard line. Not a bad kick right there from Riley.
These two teams are on the outside of the
Locke is bad. Too many fans want Geno benched for Locke. And yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Geno Smith beat out Drew Lock in that competition, man. Geno is the much better quarterback.
city at home against Dallas, at the Chargers, and home against the Patriots, but they end at
I mean, Drew's got potential to be a decent backup, but he just makes way too many stupid mistakes that he's just not going to be a starter at this rate unless he has like a late career resurgence like Geno did. Which is possible, don't get me wrong. Swing it out into the flat. Dalton Kincaid gains 6. Forced out of bounds by Jaquan McMillan.
if you're a good team, and Buffalo believes that they are, they've dug the
Well, I agree with that sentiment, Jeff, for sure, but at the end of the day, the Broncos were always going to make a splash move for a quarterback, even be it Aaron Rodgers, which the Packers got cold feet on, or be it Russell Wilson, which was their plan B. And at the time, every GM in the NFL would have made damn near that same trade. But hindsight is 2020, and Russell Wilson has not lived up to the trade or the contract. You could make the argument for sure that Drew Lock and Nathaniel Hackett could have led the Broncos to the number 1 overall pick last year, though. And another completion there to Stephon Diggs. Denver is starting to crumble. That's a first down tackle made by Alex Singleton. Yeah, kind of like Evan says, you got to take a swing, otherwise it's just same old, and that's what George Payton felt like. The process was good, again, it just unfortunately Russell was cooked. I mean, I don't even want to say cooked because he can still play. It's just he makes way too many mistakes that we just can't live with at this point. Fires over the middle for a gain of 1 to Murray. Gets blasted by Alex Singleton. Make it a gain of 2. See, I would have rather had Aaron Rodgers, honestly. Like, I was completely all for that. That was a little before my YouTube career. But I was the guy that was pounding the table for Aaron Rodgers. However, that also would have led to Nathaniel Hackett. We still got Nathaniel Hackett, but still, you know, again, I don't think the results would have been much better with Aaron Rodgers. Just because Nathaniel Hackett is that incompetent. Well, again, I'd say cooked is a very harsh word, Tony, because he can still play. It's just he's not a $250 million quarterback, and he's certainly not a quarterback that was worth 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, and multiple players. Granted, the 3 players that Seattle got, I mean, You can argue the only one that makes an impact for him is Noah Fant. Allen batted, incomplete, 3rd and 8, and Denver's defense is going to hold up again and get the F off the field. Good stuff right there, man. Ball got tipped a little bit maybe by Nick Bonito and then undercut by Fabian Moreau. He was looking for Gabe Davis. O-line has not been that bad. A lot of the pressure tonight has been quarterback induced. Here's Sam Martin. Get ready to send it down to Marvin Mims. Mims will get across the 40 to the 47. Nice return. And it's getting a little chippy down there at the end of the play. Some pushing and shoving going on. Looked like Dwayne Washington was in there. Mims was in on the action. Marvin did get lit up, and his teammates let the Bills know about it. It looked like Reed Ferguson, the long snapper, was the punisher on that one. All right, so we're able to force the Bills to punt there. Somehow we've got another opportunity here on offense. I can't even say it again, man. Like, we just can't shoot ourselves in the foot. Russell's got to be better on this drive. Everything's just got to be better. We've got to get points, man. Our defense has played too well for us not to win this damn game. But win or lose, man, this is just an argument for moving on from Russell Wilson this offseason. Take a chance on a J.J. McCarthy. Sign maybe a bridge veteran like a Gardner Minshew or something like that. And eat a $35 million dead cap penalty next year. That's very doable, especially if the Broncos move on from some of these expensive veteran contracts. It wouldn't have made much of a difference for the Broncos to trade players at the deadline versus now, versus the offseason, I should say, especially with that win over Kansas City. You might as well see if you could salvage the season. And there still is a chance that you are, but it's very clear that Russell Wilson is not the quarterback that is going to lead the Denver Broncos to the promised land. And this is the one opportunity that you have until the end of 2025 to move off from Russ. You've got to do it. You just have to. VJ did something. Yeah, VJ's defense has performed really well. I have no qualms about that at all. McLaughlin is due to break one if they have not given up on him. I mean, the problem with Jaleel McLaughlin right now, again, is just every time he's on the field, the defense knows that he's getting the ball. That's why the Broncos need to design some plays to flip that tendency over and run some play action with Jaleel McLaughlin on the field. You know, some heavy play action, leak the tight end out to the other side of the field and get him lost. You know, that's just something that Sean Payton needs to do if he's going to consistently put Jaleel on the field. And again, I'll say that as the self-proclaimed president of the Jaleel McLaughlin fan club. He can be a bit of a one-dimensional player at times, and that is something that separates him from a guy like Phillip Lindsay, for example. Watching this game is like watching crap dry on the wall. 12:22 left in the fourth quarter. Denver once again with great field position. 1st and 10 from the 46. Their own 46. They're going to run it. Jaleel McLaughlin, just as we were talking about him, he burst out a nice little 5-yard run. 2nd down. Got to start going back to the ground game. They've gotten away from it, and that's been to Denver's detriment. Let's get back to good old-fashioned ground and pound football. Go old school on them. 2nd down and 6. Shotgun for Russ. And guess what? False start. Another drive freaking killing penalty. Cortland Sutton. Seems like every time Denver gets the ball, they have a drive-killing penalty. Every opportunity Denver has, they shoot themselves in the foot. What the hell? That's a bad call. He didn't move his feet. He made a hand signal. That's a bad call. He can move his hand all he wants to make a hand signal. He just can't flinch his feet. That's a really bad call. 2nd and 11. Quick screen trying to get set up, and they're going to say incomplete. Was that a backwards pass? No, they're saying it's incomplete. Leonard Floyd got in the middle of that there, and Russell had to navigate around him, and it threw the ball a little off course. Floyd might have gotten a piece of it. Completely threw the timing of the play off. Yeah, it looks like a forward pass indeed. Incomplete. 3rd down and 11. Denver with just another drive-killing penalty, a bad call. And now this is where we find ourselves. 3rd down and long. Russell knives one. Nice throw. Jerry Jeudy finally gets involved. He's been quiet tonight, and he gets to the 35. Good kniving throw right there from Russell Wilson. And Denver gets themselves out of trouble. Finds a little void in the zone there, and Jeudy sits down. Russ steps up and finds him. Good execution right there for Denver. Great job by Jeudy and Russ being on the same page, knowing the coverage and finding the void in said coverage. Run. Williams bounces for 3 yards. All right, so we were able to get ourselves out of trouble there on 3rd down and 11. Again, guys, you cannot leave this drive empty-handed. This would be the game of missed opportunities if you're Denver. From the 32, it's another handoff. And just getting back to the line of scrimmage before getting swallowed up by Bernard is Jaleel McLaughlin. 3rd and 7, clock ticking inside 10 minutes left to play. All right, we need a big play here. It's 3rd and 7. Cannot do anything stupid here. No sacks, no turnovers. We got to at least come away with 3 points here. Russell looking. Gets out of trouble. Flips it forward. And Perine's got a 1st down. Very heady play right there from Russ. Some would call it risky. But he flipped it forward knowing Perine was going to be there. And great effort by 2-5. Getting the 1st down. Good job there, man. They tried to double team Ed Oliver and looked like Ben Powers and Lloyd Cushenberry both got clowned on that one. But very heady play right there from Russell Wilson. I like that. 1st and 10 from the 24. Keep running it, baby. That's exactly what they do. Javonte Williams bounces for 4 or 5. Before he gets forced out of bounds, they're going to say he only got 3.
Denver has really done everything that they wanted to do coming into this game except score touchdowns.
Well, and that's also because they've consistently shot themselves in the foot with penalties, Russell holding on to the ball too long and creating pressure. I mean, I don't necessarily mind holding on to the ball when you don't have options, but you can't create your own pressure, and that's what Russell Wilson does. 31 minutes and 56 seconds to 19 minutes and 26 seconds time of possession, and still can't score. There's your night right there. Swing pass, Javonte Williams out of bounds, short gain, third down.
After a gain of about 3,
Another 3-yard gain.
with under 8 to go.
Yep, that's your night right there for the Denver Broncos.
Can Buffalo now make a stop? They've been close.
3rd and 4.
Last one, just a great effort by Russell Wilson to keep the drive alive. Is Sean looking at this as 4-down territory?
You might be, man. Denver's got to get a touchdown here. But you also can't lose your chance at a field goal either. Got to be smart. Wilson. Complete. And the ball popped out again. Cortland Sutton. And they're going to say he's down. Holy crap. Okay, it's 4th down. Let's see. Oh, God, that's close. That is close to a catch fumble, guys. Oh, boy. Is he down? I don't know. Gotta snap the damn ball. False start. Ah! My God. What the? They're going to say false start on Garrett Bowles. Oh my God, dude.
Trying to get some clarification from New York. It's right there at the mark. Right there. Granted a first down, and then on the next snap, the full start. Crowd was hoping for a catch.
Let's see what happens here. It looks like he was down. 1st and 15, though. They did grant a first down on that. Okay. So at least you're not in a 4th and 5 situation. At that point, you were going to have to kick it. And again, you cannot do anything stupid here. They're going to burst one. Javonte Williams gets tackled at the 7-yard line. Nice run right there from 33. Clock ticking, inside 6.5 minutes left to play. And they run that one right behind Cush and Miners. Good block up ahead by Sutton as well. You don't want Sean to call a timeout. Denver only has 2 timeouts, and that could come into play. 2nd down and 4. This has been a good long drive for Denver. You really want to... Gotta go! They just got it away. Williams has a first down, baby. Let's go. Looked like he got the first on that one. He's right at the line to gain. Running once again behind Quinn Miners. Miners has been freaking phenomenal this year. Yes, Cush is back in. 1st and goal. From the 3. Keep that clock ticking, baby. Flip. Touchdown! Wide open, walking in is Javonte Williams. What a drive by the Denver Broncos. Russell with heavy pressure in his face, able to flip that one to Javonte, and he strolls right in. 12 plays, 54 yards, 7 minutes, and 16 seconds. Perfect drive right there by the Denver Broncos. That is exactly what we needed, baby. Let's go, Javonte. 2nd touchdown pass of the night for Russell Wilson. Here's Will Lutz. Oh, bad hold. Bad snap. Riley Dixon put it on the freaking ground and recovers it. So that's the second botched PAT of the night. That was a bad snap. Or a bad hold. That one wasn't on Will Lutz, obviously. Let's see. Is it a bad snap? Oh, no. Dixon just dropped it. Dixon dropped the snap. All right. Time to have an old Riley Dixon conversation because he's been one of Denver's worst free agent signings outside of Mike McGlinchey. I mean, his punting has been inconsistent. That was a bad hold. I can't even put that on the snap. That was just a bad hold by Riley Dixon. So that's the second botched PAT of the night. First one wasn't Riley's fault. It was a good hold. It was just a bad kick. That one's a bad hold. Oh, man. I can't even put that on the snap either. That's just Riley Dixon dropping it. This team is so close yet so far away, man. It really is. If we lose 22-21, I swear. And at that point, that's kind of the direction we're leaning towards here, and I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed, man. Those field goals are going to get cooked in film study tomorrow, and I'm here for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, they will get cooked. Trust me. And there's going to be probably a Russell Wilson film study tonight because we've had some problems with how Russell's played. We definitely have. Hats off to him for that last touchdown. That was a good job getting the ball off under heavy pressure, but again, there's still a lot of argument to be made on why we need to move on from Russell Wilson. Dixon can go too. Goodbye 100%, man. That one I'm putting on Riley Dixon. Special teams has been good for the most part for Denver, but they've certainly had their moments of screw-ups, and this is it right here. 2 missed extra points, and we gave up that dumb 2-point conversion, and that ultimately could be the difference here. I hate to say this, and also another one was burning that timeout in the early second or in the early third quarter because I hate to say this, but there's a chance that Buffalo might milk this whole thing down and Denver might never see the field again. I'm going to be furious if that's what goes down, but that's what happens. Let's hope that burning that timeout isn't going to come back and bite us in the ass, and then obviously the 2 botched PATs. Oh, crap. All right, 5 minutes left to play. Have to imagine the Bills are going to want to try to play this to where they can take time off the clock here. Man, this team. Another turnover would be nice. Get back-to-back games with 5 turnovers. First down and 10. Allen is under center. It's Cook and leans forward. He's got 7. Good run there by James Cook. That was a good drive, but that freaking missed PAT is really going to come back to bite us. That was a legendary Wheel of Fortune graphic. That was fantastic. 2nd and 3. Yeah, hats off to ESPN's graphic team for that one. And first down and more. Oh, James Cook fumbled the ball, picked it up, and James Cook is off to the races. James Cook with Jaquan McMillan saving a touchdown. And he's down at the 26. If there's any good news right here is that there's less of a chance Buffalo can ride that clock down. If there's any silver lining there, that could be it. Great effort by Jaquan McMillan to save the touchdown. Hell, I would have almost taken a touchdown, honestly, and let him score. And then we go downfield and we score. And they're going to go conservative with it. James Cook takes it to the 20, gain of 6. Some point, Denver might need to start. I don't know. Might want to keep their timeouts in case they have to go downfield and win it. Second and 4. Denver's defense needs to come up big. Cook bursts. First and goal. Just outside of 3 minutes. Gain of 13 yards. We really need a turnover, guys. We could really use another turnover. First and goal. James Cook, after that fumble, 11 carries, 108 yards, 9.8 yards per carry. And they feed him again. Tries to stiff arm Nick Bonito and does. And gets 2. And that's going to probably take us to the 2-minute warning here. Denver still with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Second and goal. We are indeed going to go to the 2-minute warning. Hi, kitty. Broncos have 2 timeouts, man. This is nerve-wracking. At least we're losing this game in horrible fashion. Buffalo trying to cash in. 2-minute warning. Denver leads 21-15. Obviously, Denver probably trying to preserve those timeouts because field goal would win it. If Buffalo scores, Denver's got time. I am nervous, and my cat can tell I'm nervous. So now we can't stop the run again. I almost think they're letting them do that. They're trying to let them score. That way they've got time to go downfield and kick a game-winning field goal. I think that's kind of Denver's strategy there. Antelope says this is painful. It's definitely... Whew. Should not be this close. It should not have been this close. With 4 turnovers, this should not have been this close. We should not find ourselves in this situation. And there's a strong chance that Russell Wilson's going to get a big drive here to potentially determine his future in the Mile High City. I mean, this is going to be a big drive coming up, assuming that the Bills score here. Denver should have some time, and all they're going to need is a field goal. It's also going to be a big chance for special teams to redeem themselves too, but there's still a chance we don't have to get to that point. Let's hope that maybe we can keep the Bills out of the end zone here and just not have to get to that point. Did we score any of the turnovers? Yeah, the last one we did, and then prior to that, 3 had 3 turnovers and scored 6 points. Buffalo had 1 turnover and they scored 7. Over 35 minutes of time of possession and fighting to keep the lead. All right, we're back, guys. This has been a pretty fast-moving game, honestly. Interception would end it. Let's see, how many timeouts do the Bills have? I think the Bills still have all 3 of their timeouts, so Denver would have to get a couple first downs after that. Second and goal. No, Denver would have to get a couple first downs after that because Buffalo still has all 3 of their timeouts. Second and goal here. Josh Allen looking. Josh Allen's going to run it right in. Denver's still got plenty of time. Buffalo can kick the PAT and go ahead here, but that's going to leave Denver with 1:55 and 2 timeouts to go downfield and get a game-winning field goal. This is the situation I think Denver wanted here. Give them way enough time to go downfield and win this thing. All right, I'm okay with them scoring there. I honestly am, because that gives us an opportunity. All right. We got a lot of time and 2 timeouts. This should be doable. Yep, they can still run it. The whole playbook is wide open for Denver right here. And knowing Sean Payton, he's not going to attempt some BS 64-yard field goal attempt like one of the last times we appeared on Monday Night Football. Yeah, absolutely. No turnovers. Throw it away if nothing is there. Preserve that time. 100%. Call a screen. I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. Again, you've got pretty much the whole playbook at your disposal. You have basically an eternity to get this done. One of the misses wasn't Lutz's fault, Grid, so we'll see what happens. If we can get over these special teams bugaboos. Do not take sacks, just like Antelope says. No sacks, no negative plays. Yeah, and that last one, that was just a bad hold right there by Riley Dixon. Imagine us losing after having takeaways. All right, guys, but we've still got a chance to go downfield and get a win here. Just no sacks, no turnovers. Be smart with the ball. You got a lot of time. Thank you, Grid. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 2 receivers set on each side. Russell Wilson takes the snap. He's looking. He shovels it. Pirine, that left-handed shovels worked really well, and Pirine gets some yards after the catch and takes it just outside the 45. And I think there's a man down. I don't know who the man down is for, but I think there's a man down. Cam Lewis for the Bills. That means that Buffalo's going to have to get charged a timeout here. An injury inside of 2 minutes. So, that's one of Buffalo's 3 timeouts that will have to be used right here. Minute 39 left. Denver still has 2 timeouts. I mean, you never want to see an injury, but this actually kind of works to Denver's advantage here. It allows Russ, Davis Webb, and Sean Payton to go have a little chat on the sideline, make sure that they've got everything situated, make sure everything's on the same page. I know if that was Melvin Gordon, we already know what would happen. Oh, don't give me PTSD, please. 1st and 10. Cam Lewis walks off. Kind of got caught in the trash there. Kind of got his neck bent a little bit. Oh, Damar Hamlin's in the game. Let's go. Let's go, Damar. Oh, and the crowd loves it. All right, you've got to give him a little shout out for that, man. I believe these are Damar Hamlin's first snaps of the season, if I am not mistaken. Let's go, Damar. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. 1st and 10. Now we got to win a football game. And bad pass. Tried to throw a slant. It's broken up. Cortland Sutton, 2nd down and 10. Minute 36 left. That did stop the clock.
You're going to see he's crossed over. Right there, typically a corner would be beat. And the receiver would drive into the hole then, and he still has a chance. It's onside.
Second down and 10. Wilson running, lunging, and gets like 4 or 5. That's fine. Russell Wilson's done a pretty good job tonight of taking off when it's not there. We can't punt. Oh, we won't punt. Literally, we will not punt. It's 4 down territory the whole way. Pirine, first down. Clock ticking inside of a minute. Buffalo still with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Denver also with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Now we can afford to be a little bit more conservative with the play calling. Wilson fires complete. Inside the 40, it's Troutman. And yep, we got to get a few more yards, I feel like. Denver's going to call a timeout with 40 seconds left. Again, we cannot leave any time left. We've got to kick this ball with 3 seconds left. We cannot botch this situation and give Josh Allen a chance. That is what we cannot do. Yeah, and he's also shown some flashes of bad stuff, but this has kind of been a real roller coaster tonight from Russell Wilson, that's for sure. All right, guys. No kitty. No, Frosty. All right, second down and 4. This is a nail biter. My heart is beating out of my chest right now. Second down and 4. You got to get more. No penalties, no sacks, no turnovers. Only positive yardage plays or get rid of the damn ball. No sack! And that's exactly what you can't do. No! You cannot take a sack. Denver's got to call their final timeout. You cannot take a sack. And that took him out of field goal range. Russell, no! Oh, they just brought all out pressure. Russell didn't even have a chance. Oh, God, the whole line crumbled like a house of cards on that one. Now it's third down and 10. We need a big chunk play, and then we got to get up and clock probably. Let the clock run all the way down. That's a killer sack. That one I can't even put on Russ. The O-line just crumbled like a deck of cards. It was a well-timed blitz call. Denver does not have any more timeouts. It's third and 10. Russell Wilson floats it. Judy. No. Flag! He got the flag! He got the flag! He got the flag! He got the flag! That's exactly the right call. You just float that one up, underthrow the fade route, and get the flag. And that's exactly what happens. That's going to give Denver a first down. Yes! Yes! He got the flag! I think Russ intentionally underthrew that to get a flag. And I'm totally good with that if he did. That underthrown fade route is so hard for defenders. Johnson tried to play it, but they get the flag, baby. Oh, that's a great call by Sean. That's a great call by Sean. We are in the red zone. You've got to basically burn the rest of this clock and kick the field goal and get the hell out of here. Josh Allen can't believe it. Oh, let's go! The ball's on the 17. Denver can just take a couple of knees, and that's what they're going to do, baby. One knee. One timeout. Denver's going to be able to get out of here, guys. That was actually, I think, the throw Russ was intending to make. Underthrow the fade and try to get the PI call. Because you underthrow a fade route, more often than not, the DB has to turn around to try to get the ball, and it puts them in a vulnerable spot. It could have been a touchdown, but I'm honestly better off with this situation. We just cannot have another bad snap, another missed field goal, any of that stuff. Dude, that'll be such a big win for us, man. We've had... Oh, boy. Here we go, guys. This is how the Broncos are going to have to win football games this whole year. But first, this one is not done. We've got to finish the job. We're going to take another knee here. Make Buffalo burn their final timeout. Then we can take one more knee and set up Will Lutz. Yeah, but again, though, if Judy runs that thing in, that gives Buffalo a chance to get a game-winning field goal out of it, or a game-winning touchdown out of this. It gives Buffalo a chance. This puts Buffalo in a bad spot because now Denver can literally kneel the clock down, kick the game-winning field goal, and get out of here. So I think, knowing the situation, I think that was an intentionally underthrown ball. It worked out in Denver's favor no matter what, so we just got to make this kick. They're going to take one more knee here and take the clock down to 2-3 seconds. And then get Will Lutz ready to get out onto the field. Because obviously at that rate it'll be fourth down. They can't spike it, so they'll have to take their knee and then not necessarily rush the field goal unit on, but get them on in a swift manner. No timeouts for either team. 3rd and 13. All right. Here comes our final knee. There it is. Here we go. The field goal unit runs on. Let the clock tick a little bit before you do it. You've got plenty of time. 9, 8. They snap. They kick. It's no good. Flag though. Flag though. Flag though. Flag though. Yo, thank God. Oh my God, Buffalo just bailed us out. Will Lutz missed the kick, but there were 12 men. Oh my God, the Bills just bailed us out. Holy crap. Dude, the Bills just freaking bailed us out. $12 men. Will Lutz is going to have one more shot. He missed his first try. He's got another shot at this. Please. 36 yards. Just 3 yards more than an extra point for Will Lutz to win the game. Will Lutz. Kick. That one's good. Denver wins. Holy shit! We won! Yes! We got out with a win! Should not have been this close, but guys, the Denver Broncos are 4-5. We win. We went into Buffalo and won. The entire landscape of the AFC has changed. The Bills are 5-5. The Broncos are 4-5. This team should not have been in this situation. We start off the year 1-5. We got Grid, host of Lions Syndicate, in the house, as he is well familiar. The Detroit Lions last year started off the year 1-6, finished at 9-8. Broncos are looking to try to make a similar swing. We got Minnesota next week, Sunday Night Football at home. We were lucky to get this win, but Buffalo literally just gifted us a win with that 12-man penalty. Buffalo lost this game more than Denver won it, but dude, this was a game Denver had to have. Had to have it, guys. Now everything's ahead of us, guys. We are in playoff conversations. We're in the hunt. We've got to play better. We've got to clean crap up, but we're in the hunt, guys. We've got a chance. We've got a chance, guys. Let's go. Who they think gonna beat them doggies? Hey, man, that was a gritty, hard-earned, ugly win that Broncos teams of previous years under previous regimes would not have been able to get. We overcame shooting ourselves in the foot. This was one of those instances where, in the wise words of Dan Campbell, how do you learn how to win? By winning. This is a game that the Broncos are going to take a lot from, a lot to clean up, but we got to win, guys, against an opponent that nobody ever thought we were going to get a win over at the beginning of the week, or at the beginning of the year. Hell, even at the beginning of the week, too. Like, this was a win that nobody could have projected the Denver Broncos to get after the start that they had. We just beat Kansas City and Buffalo in back-to-back games. The Denver Broncos are on the right track. Sean Payton was the right hire. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before we dip out, I will be going live here in just a couple of minutes for the pregame show, or for the postgame show. So I'm going to go ahead and get us the link set up for that. So we'll be going live probably here in 10-ish minutes maybe. So hopefully you guys can join us for the post-game reaction. I mean, this was a win that Denver had to eke out there, but it's ugly wins like this that we would have not have seen Broncos teams of the past make. Told you, Gage, never wave the white flag. Glad they didn't break up the team up during the bye. I mean, me too, man. Me too. I'm very happy to be wrong. I'm very happy to be wrong. We had so many unlucky breaks in this one, but we held resilient, held strong, and ultimately, Russell Wilson, Will Lutz let us down on a game-winning drive. The Bills, obviously, with a huge gift for us there with that 12-min penalty. Will Lutz missed his first kick. So, I mean, you can say it's a very lucky win for sure, but guys, a win is a win. All right, I will see you in about 10 minutes for the post-game live stream. Be sure to tune in by following this link that I just threw in the chat, guys. Before we dip out of this stream, though, if you could just do me a big favor and leave a like on this stream, as well as subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, the Denver Broncos, our Denver Broncos, are 4-5 after a 1-5 start. We have won 3 in a row. We are on the right track. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.